which is quite far from the US, so the time zone difference is quite
We'll get back to table 1 in a second. Okay, table 2 is
quite drastic.
Scan versus GP. And if you guys could...
Okay, we're finally getting our matchups.
Move these tables off. We're using these for structured tournament.
Yeah, so 2's there. Then 3 will be Stokel versus Bugle.
All this crap.
Okay, sure. 4 will be Richards versus Jeffrey.
Alright.
5 will be Kevin S. versus George. Actually, 5
If it's the Richard I think of, he's going to run the farming deck.
Yep, that would be expected. Richard, I imagine you'd be thinking of Richard Owens, the guy who's run farming every Coco so far. I actually played against his deck last week, yeah. And it was a fun time. We almost tied. In fact, I don't know. He drew a barrel through on the last draw, and that's the reason we didn't tie.
Oh.
Actually, no, that's the reason I didn't win. I remember that now, yeah.
We have...
Yep, I've never had the chance to play him, so maybe the upcoming Cocos.
Thorax versus who?
Yeah, always possible.
Well, I knew that one wasn't going to do particularly well, but...
It's a Thorax.
Leo.
No, this is...
Sorry, Kevin versus Leo, round 7. Sorry, table 7, which is like back there somewhere. Why am I getting the call?
We have 2 Kevins.
Nope, sorry, that's worth a lot of hissing right there. So much hissing.
Does anybody own these cards?
Well, that looks like it's going to be Ara on the left.
About the live rush, because that's kind of important.
Yep.
These are extra.
Were you okay to go on the stream?
Oh, the Lyra. Yeah, the Lyra. Somebody talked to that me and said have it. I'm like, hell no, I already.
Language.
What's that? Yeah, that's definitely Aura.
You can tell by the hair. Oh, well, would you look at that?
Yay. Thank you.
It's Trixie. Well, I found my favorite player in this tournament.
Yeah. I gotta say that was a little unexpected on my part. Didn't
And
expect to see anyone
Trixie
running.
sleeves, like, oh, this is me in the future, I suppose.
It's American you.
Yeah.
We're all going to finish.
Believe you.
We're all going to finish within the 35-minute time period.
So anyway,
It'd be cool if he also had the Trixie hat on him.
oh no, that would just be the complete package, yeah. I gotta imagine he's running some kind of control deck though with Trixie, eh?
Yeah. I've never actually seen Trixie play. Like, this is interesting for me.
Quick refresher for anyone who's unfamiliar with Trixie as a main, because I know you don't see her very often. She needs to play an event and pay 2 extra to turn the card over. And then on her boosted side, she pays 1 less for events when an opponent starts a face-off. So, yeah, essentially a control deck. I would
Well,
be...
it can be a combo deck that exploits the reduced event costs. Might be.
I suppose that's a possibility.
I'll see you guys first.
A certain traitor to the Hive is messing with me by putting my name into the system as the traitor to the Hive. Excessive amounts of hissing. High roll?
Don't you dare look at he's a Trixie.
6/6. 5.
Okay, Trixie player goes first. Oh, geez. That's a Trixie... Geez. The handful of Trixie for him, too. Routine. Jesus.
Maybe it's a Trixie deck. I would definitely run.
No, I'm just gonna hiss.
I saw Royal Rare there, and I saw the one that... Was that the one that doubles her power when you play events, or...?
Yeah. It's the one that doubles power.
Is it possible he's playing some kind of farming deck, then?
Can't quite be, but then, like, Trixie as a main not too useful. Oh, there's the Royal Rare.
first.
Maybe it's a troublemaker control deck. Trixie is
Yeah,
quite good
that's-
for that.
Yeah, it's entirely possible. What do I see in Aura's hand over there? Looks like BRB.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the question, because I also know that but you would be giving you more as well. You need to whether or not the math helps.
No, I do not.
There's an Alicorn amulet on him, on his neck.
That is highly flavorful.
Or maybe a very good shuffle. I'm not sure which.
So yeah, from the cards in hand, it is probably a troublemaker control deck.
Yeah.
So far we've seen only epic troublemakers though, so interesting.
Yeah, Starlight Glimmer tends to be okay in Troublemaker control, as long as you have enough support for her.
But oh right, BRB doesn't run actually bodyguards. It's just me. Yeah, but if BRB ran bodyguards, then Starlight is not really a
6 and
problem
7 for turn.
because you just swarm with the tokens.
Indeed. Alright, we've already gotten into ourselves here. I believe that was a bait and switch I saw. Aura draw. That's going to be a pretty useful card for him.
Yeah.
Chase, can we get an extra scorecard, please? Thank you.
You may as well just put Trixie in as the name of the player on the right.
Yeah, but I'm trying to to see it on the.
Bank 2. Here you go.
Oh, on his actual name tag there? Oh, you can almost see it, eh?
Yeah, but I don't think we have enough resolution. And hands.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I'll pay 1 to draw. Okay, pass.
I'll just name him Trixie.
2. So for turn.
So he drew 1, and then passed right away, so I assume he got the card he wanted.
Yeah. Do you have a moment to talk about shells?
There's the shells.
There's so many things we can do with shells.
So many things.
Friendship bracelets out of shells. Picture frames out of shells.
By this point, I'd imagine Aura has this pattern down to a science.
Oh wow, okay.
Yeah, there's smoke and mirrors.
Confront and pass.
There's through the ages. Yeah, this deck has a lot of Trixie. Because through the ages has Trixie on its art.
Okay, well that mimics essentially confirms that it is a control deck.
I really need
As if we didn't already know, but yeah.
Oh, we got a stream shutter there for a second.
Okay.
Yeah, I saw it. It was okay though.
Okay.
So I'd expect to see these troublemakers come out.
Yeah.
Probably this time.
Unfortunately, Aura has bait and switch, so if he even plays mimics now, they're going to be gone soon.
That was a mimics and a glimmer, by the looks of it.
Yeah, and he still has Trixie.
I mean, sure. I can't really fault you.
Yep, you may as well save your villain for the chance to catch some friends in it. I do see a cover to cover, I think, in Aura's hand. Unless maybe I'm just out of the loop in what BRB looks like.
Yeah, BRB has cover to covers.
Okay. Looks like he's considering banishing Zakora as his path to his purple.
No, that's okay. That'll be fine.
But what he...
Banish the core into
Okay.
purple. And 3 for Moondancer.
Okay.
To Moondancer. All right.
To confront, but I will confront here.
Okay.
We're at 3. Pass turn.
So we have to assume that R has made the same assumptions that we had, that this is very likely a Troublemaker control deck.
Yep.
Oh, what do we got here? Ooh. Okay. Well, I'm fine with this.
So yeah, he's happy to see Mimics at the problem where Moondancer is, for sure.
I see Minuet.
Which Minuet is that again?
I think it's the one like that works like scope things out, doesn't it? Pay 1 to take 2 cards and put 1 on top.
Oh, that one, okay.
I think, I'm not sure.
What here?
Okay.
No, it's not bad.
Oh, cover to cover in Trixie's hand as well. We'll appreciate seeing that. What kind of immediate speed events does he have?
Judge,
Well,
there's a plastic bag over
I
in that
guess he would run
draws, color markers on it.
Starswell Research because he has Trixie, Smoke and Mirrors.
There.
Yeah.
Would be quite useful. He also has Through the Ages, which is an immediate.
Game 3.
Oh yeah, sort of turn naming events.
Alright.
Events, okay.
Yeah, but
So,
PRB doesn't really run resources, so or
Yeah.
troublemakers.
it's a good call. So R's got 5 here. 5 versus 6 with Moondancer. Do you think he challenges?
We'll see. He might as well.
Okay. Draw my card, gain my actions, go into start of Troublemaker phase,
It looks like he's going to drop Tempest and Grubber.
and Tempest and Grubber, put Minuet on top of your deck.
Yeah.
And challenge.
Oh, now you challenge for sure. Yep.
Also, I think Moondancer gets a buff, or does she say only on top of your own deck?
I believe it's only on top of your own deck.
Only draw an entry card and you get rid of it. Why? Why would you do this?
Well, I mean, you dropped the Mimics, I gotta do something about
I did.
it.
That's why I wouldn't have to discard mimics.
I know, but I gotta do something about it.
You could have let it go.
I mean,
So, yep, it takes R up to 3 points.
on the other
Yeah,
hand,
it seems
the
like
blue
the
one
Trixie
I
player
saw.
has some issues with entry. Because to flip Trixie you have to play an
Well,
event,
I'm out of
and
tokens.
events
I
usually
will confront for a point.
events usually require some color to play them.
Mm-hmm. Ooh, geez. 2 cover to covers and no entry. That hurts.
Oh, there's more mimics.
And what draw?
Mimics right down to that problem again, eh?
So many.
He might have played like Trixie there to frighten all of the friends, and the seashell will be gone.
Yeah, Trixie is certainly the play that I would have expected to that situation.
Also, if he maybe he wants to get 2 Trixies out, because Trixie kinda works really well against BRB because she disables non-enters play effects.
Mm-hmm.
Out of curiosity, is that any kind of movement or only the basic movement?
No, you need that.
Effects that say you have to pay extra, like plus extra, only effect. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna move Apple back to can't unless affected.
But I'm pretty sure I see Trixie there at the edge of his hand still. Oh, he discards it.
Yeah.
It's a lot of Trixie.
Mm-hmm.
Turn.
Well, I mean, if he played Trixie, Trixie has bonus 2, I believe, and I don't think it's really a problem to win against Trixie for Era.
Well, it will be fun.
But Mimics delay Era quite a bit, so Mimics are also good here, I think.
Oh, if they survive for more than a turn. I mean, I imagine he's going to save his AT and keep it for, I believe, like he had a portal or a Napcakes or something would be great.
Still 3.
Era is at 5, right?
Yep, still 3.
That looks correct, yeah.
Troublemaker phase.
Another Mimics.
Spin 1. Oh.
I'll pay 1 to draw.
But of course, well, yeah, Trixie doesn't have any entry to play events right now, so.
Yep. It's kinda unfortunate.
Okay, thank you. I'll pay 2 to move Trixie.
Well, he can play now something, because I believe that's under the lock and tree.
That is correct, yeah.
Go ahead.
Okay, he chooses to not play anything this time. Oh, he doesn't have AT. I see.
Yeah, he was out of AT.
Twilight. Meticulous 1.
Oh, portal.
Putting that right back on top of the deck. Moon Dancer.
Portal's, of course, exactly what he wants.
Mm-hmm.
And that gets him well enough power to get rid of Mimics, I'd imagine.
Alright, events.
That's fine. Challenge Mimics.
Okay.
Oh, he flipped Trixie.
Lovely.
And I didn't quite see what Eric had
I'm up.
flipped.
No.
You're up by 4.
Sorry. That's a 3, 6.
I think it's Singing Barrel.
Yeah, you win.
That counts. Yeah, up 3. Okay. Point for that. Can't do anything about that. Do anything about that right now.
Did you draw?
Oh, no. Oh, geez. Okay. And then, since I
Yeah. As good as she is, I don't want to affect them to make her better.
Why Era left the barrel there?
Still, fine.
Sorry?
Why Era left the Singing Barrel there?
Oh, from the card that he flipped?
Yeah, he flipped
yeah.
Singing Barrel and he just left it there.
I mean, never mind. Yeah, that should look very wrong for anyone who's looking at the board right now. Never mind the flip cards in play. It's a Singing Barrel out of problem.
Oh, that was a flip card. Yes, it is a friend. Yeah, we'll see what this does. Replace my problem.
Okay,
Alrighty.
so he gets rid of Starlight.
Tiny troubles. Fun.
Yeah, that was a pretty rough start for Trixie, but
7. We are at 4.
he might finally flip and come back a little bit.
Yep, I imagine that's what he'll be looking to do. Oh, Web of Dreams. Well, now he's got his purple.
Yeah, and Ara has no AT, so he can
We're gonna
prevent.
belly flop her.
Or, oh, he did have AT. Well,
Why won't you let me have entry?
That's a pretty good way to make sure that my opponent gets nothing done.
Yep.
Yeah, Ara always leaves his leftovers on this scorecard. So he's got 2 left now.
Okay, go ahead.
banked plus 4. Twilight ready. Meticulous 1.
What's your score?
I don't think I want to see that right now. Draw a top card of my deck. I do want to see that though.
20 minutes remaining.
20 minutes?
20. A little bit less.
So Ara's been taking a pretty measured approach to the game so far. Just kind of
No. I don't
keeping
think,
his pat. Go ahead.
I don't think there's Trixie player can like do anything. I think the best thing here he can do is to play villain at his problem and then frighten all Ara's friends.
Let's place blue over there.
Well, Ara played more friends now.
To draw 3 cards.
But if he frightened all the friends, Ara wouldn't have purple anymore.
Mm-hmm. It's true.
You were at 5 versus 6.
Back on top of my deck in that order.
I did see a staff. Yeah, and he picked it out of the cards he kept.
Yep. I think BRB runs 2 stuffs.
The answer's that.
That sounds about right. Useful against control. Actually, useful against pretty much everything. Staff is.
Okay.
Pass turn.
Another
Well.
Luna, but
Another Luna. I imagine he'll play that.
yep, there's big portal.
Oh, that fell off. Let's
Portaling his Tempest and Grubber, I imagine.
portal
Yep.
Tempest and Shadow over here and put the Luna back on top of your deck.
Well, he has to draw it now, or I believe it will be flipped next turn.
Yeah, seems likely. At least he knows. I imagine that's a sign for him that Ara doesn't have any belly flops anymore, right?
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, there's Smooth.
Yeah, Smooth is. I mean, I saw his deck running with Luna's Future, and
Yep.
Luna's Future Smooth is a pretty good combo.
Deck. Card.
So Ara's at 7.
Yeah, but he's not confronting Tiny Troubles yet.
Twilight.
He has lots of AT though.
Question is, do you take the DFO, or are you content with a point and saving your AT for events?
Well,
And then-
if he does a DFO, that means Under the Lock and Tree will be gone, and there's less things for Trixie to play.
Yeah, that's probably true. He will have to 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. He will have to give up 2 of his friends.
Face off.
Yep, he goes for it.
Okay, so that takes him to 10 points. It should.
Third one of those things.
Yep.
I want to face off. I will
There's
retire
Spell
those
Showdown.
2 to gain 4 AT.
He might as well dismiss a threat with Tiny Troubles.
Yeah, that's what he did. He dismissed Tempest, Shadow, and Grubber,
Oh, yeah.
which he has another. He has, like, I think, both of them, like 2 more in his hand again. So makes sense. And gets rid of a seashell. Yeah.
All the shells are gone. Skycer has real friends now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Best turn. Draw.
Is that Burning Bridges? Or what's
Yeah,
what do I do?
I think that's correct. That was a glimmer.
My deck.
I claim something about good cuts, but I don't think that's A fair statement.
There's
Luna's future.
Right.
He should probably discard a couple cards. I think his hand's pretty big. Aura is a little bit frustrated at that very much an orange swirl draw.
Well, he can still play for one pink.
Mm-hmm. Spell Showdown's a 2 bonus problem, right? I think it is.
No, I think it's only one.
Is that all of your AT?
You're right, it is.
Yeah, it
I
is.
have not been spending a lot of action tokens. Draw 3.
I'm kinda sad that Trixie didn't manage to flip.
Well, he might still, possibly.
Yeah, but
I have to.
it's quite late.
Yeah, it's true. There's not much he can do to come back into the game right now. But I'd imagine, like, well, if I was running Trixie, I'd have like a Join the Herd or a Makeover or some event that I could play with no wreck,
Yeah.
no matter what the situation.
You go to.
Yeah, and like I imagine he doesn't have any events that don't require colors. He relies on friends, and BRB punishes for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Pay
But
2
my point is, like, we might have seen more of his deck,
pay 1 for motivation.
Yeah, okay.
and
That's a good point.
we've seen almost none. So, I mean, how it plays out. Okay, there's motivational speech.
And play stick.
He went to purple with that? Okay.
Yeah.
And a staff.
Confront your problem?
Yep.
Confront my problem?
Yep.
2.
Oh, he's actually going for DFO. All right.
I will decline to use Moon Dancer's Chaos Effect.
So that should take him to 13?
Yep.
And probably plenty of AT to double confront next turn.
Spell Showdown.
Another spell shot now.
Two for-
Did you get your point off of the face-off?
Yes. Bank 8 pass turn.
Okay, spell showdown. It's an event. I'll add
That
to my
is in
hand.
fact an event. Would you like to misfire this third
Starts for all?
pile? I don't think there's much in there.
Is that an
there's-
entry?
That is entry.
Yeah, but is it going to stick for long?
He
Well, Aura
theoretically
doesn't have-
only needs.
It
Yeah.
doesn't have any removal of friends, so portals are useless here.
He only needs one priority window, technically, to play Star Sword Research and then flip his main over.
Yeah, but he doesn't have AT, I believe.
Nah, I see. Yep. I haven't even seen that card in a long time. What is that?
The Dream Network?
Maybe some
Start of your turn, you may reveal the top card of your deck. You do it in this
Yeah.
event, pay 1 to put a Figment. Okay. Interesting. Zara has 3, 5, 8. He has enough action tokens, let's just say it that way.
Dancer. Move Skystar. And blue to draw 1, 2, 3, 3 cards on top.
Well,
Power.
actually, it's been kind of unfortunate.
Yeah, Skystar's over here with some power on it. I should get that. Confront.
Yep.
That's 15.
Well,
Yep.
That's game.
Kind of brutal.
that's the game.
do apologize. This is very, very good at making sure that no one gets entry.
Yeah, Aura is right. BRB is really good at denying entry. Actually, the first time I played the game, I played with a very similar Trixie deck. Like, most of the cards are
How
there.
far down was the card you needed?
This is a mono purple, as we can see.
All grouped up here at the end.
Like, the first deck I have played was also running Trixie. It was also mono purple, but it didn't run so many troublemakers, and
Yeah,
of course
whenever
there's
I played one, you
no
belly
Sequestria or
Belly flop.
or put it on
Defenders.
top of the deck.
Yeah.
I drew this and I'm just looking at it and going, why now?
But yeah, with these 4 cards and with Walking Tree, I'm supposed to be able to flip my main as late as turn 3 and as early as turn 2 with Bookish Backup. Yeah, as early as turn 2 with Owl or Bookish Backup, and as late as turn 3 with Minuet or Princess Luna. Because under oh yeah, also Dream Network. Dream Network also helps me because they all cost 2. And,
Interesting.
Well, he had pathways to it, I guess. Yeah, BRB is just, well, it is what it is.
yeah, it's just BRB being BRB, really.
Seems pretty cool.
I think we had someone point out in the chat that I believe he did have an opportunity when Minuet was on the field to
Yeah.
play a Star Sword Research.
To be fair, I'm not entirely sure why he even played Minuet.
You have one of those, yeah?
Yeah, I have, well, one of the clear ones. No.
Without a follow-up, I mean.
Oh, thank you.
Yeah.
7.5 minutes.
If you're good with painting, they do fun.
I think, well, the discard of his Trixie villain was probably a mistake as well to have that option to at least force Aura to think about moving his friends around as such. And if he manages to fight, obviously BRB doesn't care as much. It just portals whatever you frightened, but it's still a useful trick to have in your pocket.
Well, the thing is, Aura couldn't portal anything right away. Like, he must have, like... The thing is, his purple friends were all at one problem, so if Trixie frightened them, Aura wouldn't have purple anymore. He had to unfrighten someone. Or play some purple.
Alright. Well, if we have 6.5 minutes, want to just play again?
Sure.
Oh, okay.
Speed game.
We're gonna get an exhibition match.
Okay. I'd love to see more Trixie. I'm not sure that they are going to be in time though. Wow, that's a hand.
Mimics. Oh, yeah, that is a hand. Double Mimics turn 1 is pretty good.
Yeah? Hey Aura, you need 7 to play belly flop, go ahead.
Okay.
Sure.
Almost did it wrong.
Bank, go ahead.
2.
Thanks, eh? I don't know. I have to think playing 2 Mimics if you're going first. It's gotta be good, right?
Well, maybe he wants to flip his Trixie?
Good enough.
Yeah. He does an owl in hand, an owl and a Napcase, I think, which would work.
Yep.
Two for Al.
Let's have a face-off over nothing.
Yep.
Well, if he plays Snapcakes, he
That's it.
won't have enough AT for...
For nothing.
But he's
For
gonna
flipping.
have the face off.
Yeah, you win 0
Give
points.
me my 0 points.
There you go.
Alright.
Secret type. There you go.
I imagine Aura will appreciate seeing Secret there. It's pretty good for him.
One for Princess Twilight.
Okay.
Yeah, I don't see any belly flops in our hand, so
I'm out of tokens. Here you go.
Yeah, seems like Trixie's probably going to get a chance this turn.
Look at a problem and give me 2 unicorns.
what event do you play, Thought, or flip her?
Luna's Future to move is an okay idea. Or sorry, does Luna's Future move?
No, it can banish a resource, banish a friend until the end of the turn, or put a free counters on troublemakers.
That's right. Well, banishing till end of turn is an okay idea.
Or whatever. I'll pay 1 to Napcakes.
Okay, he napcake
Pay
Twilight.
2 to flip. Go ahead.
Yeah, well, that works just as well.
Card.
Alright, so he's got his colors to work with now.
Yeah, he has all the colors he
Draw the
needs,
same thing again. Pay 1
and
for this
he also has
card.
tons of troublemakers.
Banishes a Cora, 2 for a paper twy. Exhaust the total.
Okay.
Okay, there's paper fly.
Do you have others besides?
There was probably a trick away. I'm being dumb. Okay. Bank 1.
Okay. Draw.
No, there is. You can.
2 Smoky Mirrors.
I think that alright, if he had played Paper Twy first, he actually would have. Would he have Marichi now? Maybe
He couldn't play paper Twy first because he didn't have enough purple.
Well, he can still banish Zecora first. Oh, you're right. Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh.
paper Twy requires 3 and Zecora gives him 2. But like either way, it's still 180 saved.
Yeah.
What's wrong the problem?
Yeah, how badly did, and obviously you don't have a comment, how badly did discarding your Discord hurt you?
I didn't see which Trollmaker he played. I assume that's Mimics, right?
Yeah, that's Mimics.
But you didn't see it.
Pay 1 for Rainbow Shrine.
Oh, Rainbow Shine.
2 for a stick. And pay 1 to hit Trixie Smoking Mirrors.
No, it wasn't.
Okay.
I will.
Does Trixie have any AT?
So, Tricks of the Trade ability.
Oh, yes, that's right.
Yeah?
Misfire. And draw a card.
Why did he play Magical Misfire? Oh, to draw a
Uh,
card for free.
It's draw a card, and he's also doubling Trixie's power, right?
Yeah, that's true.
Okay.
Gotcha.
Oh wait, hold on. 4, 7. How much are you at? More than 7.
10 total.
I mean, the only thing you can do is move her away.
It's still possible.
It was a good try on his part.
Yeah, and it costed him nothing because he drew a card anyway.
Okay.
So it's like he never had a Magical Misfire in his hand.
Exhaust your. Hey, it's a Mimics.
But no, we'll definitely break it down
1
after.
minute remaining.
Okay.
So that Mimics is likely to actually stick around, given.
Yeah, there's no bait and switch anymore.
I had 2 thorns.
Okay,
All right,
stuff
gets
is
rid of
done.
the stick.
Sort of turn only events.
But no, I definitely will break everything down after the event.
Card.
Did he draw a portal there?
I didn't quite see.
No, I think it's Selena Blue. Yeah.
Let's exhaust.
No. Also, no. My sword will just always be infinite power.
Selena Blue
Keep
for
this,
1.
Yep, there she is.
You realize.
And I'm gonna get this too. She's still involved in face-off.
Well, at least this time the game is less one-sided.
That's for sure.
Sure.
Ara is getting points up to 2, but that Mimics is going to stay there. We'll, and actually, I believe Trixie has another villain in hand, which would make a fine play onto Secret right now.
Mm-hmm.
That is a thing.
2 to rally.
Okay, he rallies Trixie. He still doesn't have enough to confront her.
End turn.
Yep.
Oh, I think he played Trixie.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Alrighty.
I mean,
So now our
Okay.
oh, sorry. Go ahead.
he could have confronted this turn if he played Star Swirl, then drew it and played again, but
Meticulous
I don't think
Swans,
it would be worth it.
bottom.
No. Meanwhile, Ara has a definite decision to make. What with? I mean, that's a classic
Now an incoming villain.
villain right there,
Yeah.
as he indeed says.
Token. Hoping for one of those. Yeah. Okay.
You guys already doing the time?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're actually.
We already finished.
This is the second.
Yeah.
We're messing around because we're bored. Or something. I don't know.
I see Party Clasher and Momentum. And I think there also was very punchy North Swirl there.
Yeah, that was correct.
Here.
So he's moving to get rid of mimics, probably.
Yeah, but now Trixie player has tricks up his sleeve.
Mhm.
Trixie. Considers playing Discord.
2. Play a Party Clasher, which is going to Snarple Selena for a moment.
Is he just going to use that to get Selena
Beginning of your turn,
over to the other problem?
going to exhaust Rainbow Shine and retire this to draw a card, which puts. And I'm going to put Selena into play for here.
I think that was a Discord.
Yeah, I think so.
Proceed.
Okay.
So Ara manages to protect his Selena,
Dodge and
which is going to be
victory.
come in handy if he wants to challenge those mimics next turn.
Check this out, Hithrock.
Yep.
Isn't that cool?
Ah, Ara teases me, but I also have Rail Rare of my own. Now. But yeah, Ara, that's cool.
It's still a pretty awesome looking card.
I mean, everything about the player on the right is cool.
Actually, I'll do it this way.
He has Trixie on his shirt, he has Trixie on his neck, he has Trixie as his main. He's playing lots of Trixies.
Alright.
It's just all downhill from here for the whole tournament for you, isn't it?
Jeez, how many matches have reported?
We're waiting on one.
Okay, I'm gonna Star Swirl.
Alright.
Then I'm gonna pay 1 to draw. Trixie's at 4 power. I'll confront.
Yep.
Okay, go ahead.
Alright.
Meticulous.
So Ara knows there's a Star Swirl in hand, but he does have Selena and Moondancer, which is pretty good.
Well,
Yeah, like, if he uses Selena, Moondancer will gain +4 power.
And he'll know what he's going to flip as well.
exhaust this to draw.
He might as well put Discord that he drew there and banish Selena again to bump power more.
Ooh, gee, that would be a fine play.
Or he can unfrighten one of his friends, that's also an option.
Deck. And answer a bunch of power. And then I will challenge mimics.
Now,
How much AT?
I have 480.
I imagine like, the only thing he's thinking about is whether or not to Star Swirl.
Okay,
I
sure.
think even with Star Swirl he's going to lose.
Discord.
Smooth.
That
Yeah,
pushes back into play.
he discarded Selena Blue.
Mm-hmm.
And he got it wrong. Might as well unfrighten one of the friends there, to be fair.
Really depends on the match.
Yeah, given that he didn't have anything else to do. Although, if he has like another Moon Dancer in hand or something. Well, anyway.
Well, they were close. It was 3 points against 2 points.
That was a much better game, honestly, than the one we saw.
Or well, 4 points because he defeated Minix.
Mhm.
Table 5 is Deo versus Leo. Table 6.
Moving.
Scan versus Jeffrey.
I hope you're. Why is it that every competition I enter, I end up fighting Leo?
Oh, you have that problem too?
Yep.
Sometimes that's just the way it goes.
How different is your deck from our last game?
I totally didn't expect a Trixie player.
My first game that
And
I've
I'm
ever
happy
played
for
with
that
this deck
surprise.
took place 35 minutes ago.
Well, sounds like we have Grandpa's coming in this time.
Mm-hmm.
And I believe that's Richard with our Applejack farming deck on the left.
Oh, yeah, there's farming.
Completely different.
Completely different.
There it is.
Applejack versus Applejack. I don't believe I'm familiar with this deck of Grandpa's.
I get the feeling AJ might win this match.
Wait,
Possibly.
Could be.
are they
Could
both
be.
running?
It's also possible AJ loses.
They are, I think.
AJ will tie. There are 3 different end states.
To be fair, I was expecting Grandpa's running Moonlight
AJ
Sonata.
wins, loses, or wins and loses.
That's what he usually played in Coco, I believe.
I never actually got the chance to play against him in Coco, but I'll take your word for that.
Yeah.
Or loses.
I think I played 1 game against him in Coco, and it was against Moonlight Sonata.
If you don't care about which AJ wins, then yeah, there's only 2 end states.
Transitive.
Yeah. It's essential.
Well, you said last night you were hoping to see something brand new. I think that's what we might be getting here from
Yep.
Grandpa's.
Is everyone ready to start? No.
Yeah, I think I'm ready.
So Applejack can be run as an aggro main. We've seen that from time to time. She has theoretical potential as a control main with like staff and such.
You tired of this?
Yeah, like something like
I'm
orange light.
comfortable with this
Control
game. I'm
deck.
not tired. It's
You
not
can
frustrating to me.
use the
I know
stuff
what
to
I'm
gain
doing.
power
It's
counters on J,
Anyone not ready?
and then transfer them
It's like
to
when I spent
Cadence
over a
and
year
return
running
something
top
from
and
discard.
falling.
So it's
Sure.
almost
Just
like
like,
F
yeah,
sub.
I understand what I'm doing here. Boobs into Penny, into AT, into DFO, into RTO. Great.
Highest goes first?
Sure.
Yeah.
I hope everyone started by now. Also, mark down who goes first.
Okay, I guess Richard
Starting first.
Yes, sir.
Both of us went first.
I'll be eager to see what's in Grandpa's hand over here.
Also, I should take a note that we can see Trixie tokens there.
Oh yeah, I think everyone might have known that you were going to be on the commentary and just.
Bless you.
I want you to think about this. What that means.
Okay.
Maybe by cutting each other down.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Okay, trading traditions on one side and under the lock and tree on the other. Oh, I see Trixie in the starting hand.
I will stick with this.
I'm also going to stick.
Is that a staff and a Captain Jack and a
We're all out of you will find happiness with a secret love.
probably a control deck of some
I
sort?
don't know if that box
Is that 2 staffs? No, that's a troublemaker.
She's purple. Ready. Actions 2. No draw for me. And 7 over there, but main
You might as well start with Trixie and Starlight.
Yeah, that's a pretty good play.
I will pay 2.
He looks like Factory Jack instead. Factory Jack and Starlight then?
Here. Toss for an action token.
Might be.
just bank with that.
Yeah,
Nope.
I think he's not doing anything else yet.
It'll be to Trixie and Starlight next turn then, probably.
Yeah, looks like it.
Actually, he'll have 4 AT, so he'll probably play Trixie, Starlight, and Staff. So he'll be like virtually guaranteed to defeat Trixie in the face-off. Oh, sorry, I'm thinking of Grandpa's hand. Richard doesn't have a staff.
I'm gonna put them here. I'm gonna play bodyguard here. I'll confront to the pass. I'm looking for my 1 point.
Sauce for an action token. That'll work. Pay 2 to move up.
Yep.
And
Okay, he just moved.
2 for Cheerily Fold Herder.
Sounds fun.
Score phase. Attempt to confront. Score 1 point. Your turn.
Okay.
He went up for confront there.
No. I don't actually. I'll never leave you.
I mean, I guess the farming deck that Richard runs has some potential for kind of a confronting play as well.
It makes me nervous when you ask me that.
No, it's fine.
Pay 1.
Pay 3, draw, pass turn.
Brian. Pay 2 for Lyra. It is a friend. I'll move Lyra over. I will go to my score face. I'll confront for 1. And then I will confront for 1. I will attempt to confront.
Okay, seems like quite a thought game for Grandpa's.
Mm-hmm.
Ah.
Oh, there's the
Well,
staff.
okay. Staff to flip his main, probably.
Spend 1.
Probably getting rid of Factory Jack. Yes.
+2 on your main.
I'm
And-
gonna mark the main with power counters if you don't mind.
Okay.
I'll leave these for stick if that makes sense.
Okay. Sorry, was there a question? Oh. I'm in the middle of the tournament right now.
Sorry, did you get that Facebook message?
No.
Do you have a USB-C to charge?
Yes, it's in the corner right now, plugged in. Feel free to go use it.
I don't need it, but the guy over here forgot his name all of a sudden.
Okay. Feel free to borrow it.
I'll let him know.
All right. Sorry. So you are starting a face-off
Against
and
Applejack.
against my Applejack Factory Organizer, and you currently have, because of the started, a 6 power versus 2.
Mm-hmm.
He might use
Richard-
bailout here.
Does he have AT? I don't think he has AT for it.
Oh yeah, he doesn't.
A 2, no chaos, for a total of 4. And you flip
Oh,
a
he
5.
flipped main 6.
Okay.
Ah. Okay.
Okay.
Main 6. Okay. So this is, I mean, he's running orange and pink, so there's a party hard in that deck as well.
Yep.
Alright. Pass
It's a good thing
All right.
for Richard
Ready.
that he flipped main 6.
2 stop.
Because as far as I know, Richard's deck, even though it's farming, it runs quite some amount of friends. Like we can see Cheerly, Factory Jack. I believe there's also a Captain Celano, or how do you pronounce her? Like the Sequestria purple friend.
Yeah. Yeah. Day job bird, I guess you could call her that.
Yeah.
We'll pay 2 for a Big Mac.
There we go.
Big Mac for the stick.
For 1, we're not 3 action tokens per turn, and I will eat your
Sounds fine.
thing. It is just a +1. Yep, +1. Alright, your turn.
Alright. Up to 4. Draw.
I believe Richard's confronted that turn, so he said 2.
Yeah, he must be 2.
To play Princess Celestia Nation. I will go to my score.
Storm King in
Mm-hmm.
Grandpa's hand. Like, I am really not entirely certain what he's. I guess this is a control deck.
What are his other troublemakers?
He might be at 6 if I were to play him right now.
Okay, it's Starlight, and I think it's Chrysalis.
Spend 1 play trouble.
Okay, that reads like a farming deck then. So it's farming except with. Man, that is. It's kind of like a mixture of everything, honestly.
Mm-hmm. Interesting that he played both of the troublemakers to one problem. So they're both on color.
Okay. Ready.
Well, I would imagine he's going Starlight to something, and then he's gonna fight it with his Applejack.
Yeah, and he doesn't want to like leave Starlight in play for Richard to fight. I mean, if he played Starlight at the under the lock and tree, Richard could just farm it.
Yes.
And flip his main for free.
Well, I would guess that Richard is gonna get his main flipped regardless, because when Applejack shows up and beats up that troublemaker, unless Grandpa's moves it away, there's gonna be a face-off of that problem.
Okay, I just got Grandpa's deck in Pony Head. He sent it to me. And did you receive it, or should I sell it to you? I mean, send it to you, not sell.
I'd appreciate seeing it. Yeah.
Too many things to choose from. Too many things to choose from.
There we go.
I'm not worried about it.
So it looks like a farming deck.
Yeah, it's essentially farming except with main 6 and party hard.
Yep.
Essentially.
Farming with pink splashed.
Interesting.
Let's do that.
Yeah, sounds like a fun matchup here.
Yeah, I actually, now that I know this is what's going on, it's going to be interesting to see what actually ends up winning out here.
And
Well, you didn't pass
I will move score face.
Because based on my experience, Richard's deck is kind of like what you might call like an aggro flavor of farm, whereas Grandpa is clearly running a more controlling flavor version.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, Chrysalis. Oh, that actually works out very well for him.
Yeah, that's why he played them both, and he now moves his main after the Chrysalis triggered, so he can fight it.
You could draw up to 9 of them.
Challenge.
Okay.
So it'll be 5 against 7.
That should be correct, yeah. Richard does have a bailout in hand.
And there's the second main 6.
Team.
Yep,
Right.
flip with 5, that's fine. So I'll lose and go home.
And he also lost.
That as well.
5.
Yeah, that was quite unfortunate for him.
Big Mac.
Big Mac. To eat the stick, naturally.
AJ for 2. 118.
7 to point out that he has only 2 main 6 in his deck, so we're not going to see main 6 anytime soon.
Yeah,
Or
not
no.
unless there's a lot of face-offs.
Yeah.
Okay. Ready. Actions. 3 still.
I mean, he can still play pretty hard and draw a lot of cards.
It's true. He doesn't really have the token generation or any way to benefit that way off of party hard.
Aha! Okay.
Yeah, he doesn't have many friends either. I suppose, like, in his deck, main 6 and party hard is just an answer to storming decks, like bodyguards, etc.
Yes.
And against, like, another farming deck, it's not particularly useful.
Yeah, I don't have the combo that I want, but this will work for now.
I mean, he still has his 2 Captain Jacks if he needs to clear the board off, so.
Yeah.
So it looks like Richard is thinking about his own Starlight to villain play. At least I saw him thinking about those 2 cards.
Alright, so I go by 4 points, go take 1 and then face off.
might survive long enough. Alright, I'll pay 2.
And then everybody goes home.
Move up Big Mac.
Yeah, well,
Problems in place.
Okay, 1.
Alright.
Over here.
Problems in place.
Okay, there's Stalrate.
I will have
you're at 9.
And score nothing. Your turn.
Lyra up here.
Okay. So that Starlight's going to give him a chance to attack Chrysalis, I imagine?
Yep. And he also moved Big Mac in advance, so it will be 6 against 7. Does Grandpa
That's a good
do
idea.
something?
It doesn't matter.
And I don't think Grandpa's has any answers to that.
He does have 2 food fights, which can hit Big Mac now that he's eaten something.
Yeah, but he doesn't have pink.
You're right. That's correct.
And from what I can see in Grandpa's deck list, the only ways to get pink is Makeover and Singing Barrel. So no immediate color gains. So he can have pink only during his turn, from what I can see.
Mm-hmm. He just passes.
Pay 1. Bail out on Applejack. Discarding a motivation.
Okay.
My turn. Ready. Actions at 4. Nope, 3.
There is another way I
Time.
can, if I draw.
Draw. Troublemaker phase.
So you're right. Grandpa shouldn't. I mean, he has a few bailouts of his own, but besides that, he has no way to actually stop this.
Mm-hmm.
I flip a 3, but I have chaos. My main character gets +3 until end of the face off.
I flip a 6. I'm still up by 1.
Okay, so you're at 13. I'm at
12. Yes. 1 power difference. Does he have anything to make that work? I don't think so.
Yeah, I think he'll lose this one.
And when the problem is solved, I score. Oh, so if I pay 2, put a buckball in, I can move a friend up. Pay 2, put a buckball in, I can move another friend up.
And it would break things
But the
like
only issue here is
Oh, well.
I don't
Right.
have a shoe shine.
I lose that face off.
So if I shoe shine, 'cause I can
Well, at least he flipped his main.
I'll send home.
Mm-hmm. Chooses to send home Big Mac.
Yeah, but Grandpa's is getting fairly high flips there. Like, he flipped 2 main 6, there was Mimics. I mean, I know he has a lot of high flip cards in his deck because it's a farming deck, but still.
Mm-hmm.
teams and one shoe shine.
Well, he's got 13 6s and 5 7s, so yeah.
I have a judge question.
Yes.
Okay, does
What was the next card?
So yeah, I guess 6s are most likely to appear.
Essentially, yeah. But I mean, it's not like Richard's deck is a slouch on the flips either, so
Yeah.
it certainly wasn't a bad idea to
Well,
try that face off.
he also basically flipped 6, like he flipped 3 and got 3 power on his main.
She's a bonus.
Essentially a 6.
Mm-hmm.
Pay 2. Go back up.
Can you,
All right, just trying again.
is that something means or is that
Draw.
Oh, there's Big Mac.
One step
One way that you could stop her is if you ran limestone.
One step closer.
So what does Grandpa's trying to do here? You can't take on Chrysalis. I imagine he's content just to... Well, I'm not actually sure what he wants to do here.
Yeah, we'll see.
As you say, he has no way to fix any pink. If he had a desert road, he'd probably want to just throw that out there just in case. But
Richard has Big Mac, so it'll be...
yeah, oh yeah, you're right. Yeah.
Justice after what shoe shine did.
That would probably be his main concern right now, I guess, is just find some way of getting rid of Big Mac to enable his resources to work.
Yeah, he has 2 more staffs. It's a soft removal, but still, and it stops Richard from winning the face-off against Chrysalis.
Anyway, he chooses just to keep his powder dry, as it were.
Yep.
Imagine Richard is just gonna try this face off again.
Thank you.
Did that sound like 15 minutes left?
Another try.
I think so.
Yeah, sure. 6v7.
You got it.
Okay, 6 again.
Alright.
And he flipped 2.
Okay.
Spinning my wheels.
With this handful of troublemakers and events, kind of hard to... Richard doesn't have much of a proactive place he can make either, to be honest.
Sauce for an action token.
Absolutely.
Okay, he decides to fight me. Which is fine, like in case he wants to play Frozen Magicite. I believe Frozen Magicite requires 4, I mean 3 purple. So now he can play it if he wants to. And he will probably want to.
Alright.
6.
Frozen Magicite is 2 purple, actually.
6. For a total 10 on my side.
4 for a total 10 on my side. I have no
Okay.
Oh, you're 6 on your side.
Okay, there's Party Heart.
I have no response as well.
Next flip.
Face-off's tied right now, so we'll flip again.
My main character gets +3, doesn't matter.
Okay.
6 will do it.
Okay. So that's another
Okay,
2.
I guess Grandpa wins.
But no points. We'll put that down here.
So that does give Grandpa's a free problem to confront, which is an advantage for him.
That's fine.
And he also got the pretty powerful main now. Like a J is at 7 power, which is
enough to deal with essentially any troublemaker that these guys are playing.
What's that?
Laughing at their name from Vindilian Click from Magic Vindoodle Poodle.
Except you discard it instead of put it on the bottom.
The whole point for this is like to keep up with aggro.
Let's see what you got. Dream Seast.
Oh?
What's that do?
Okay, Dream Seast.
Choose a card with printed power 3 or more, they discard.
Pretty good.
Well, he definitely has valid targets. Magicite probably is what he wants to get rid of.
No, I must take
That's going to be a Frozen Impact.
Yeah.
May I see those 4 again, please?
Where I was running searching high and low and had 3 gummies in here as well.
Thank you.
So I literally had 9 ways to confront on turn.
So no points there.
I
That's
stopped
fine.
running you because I didn't want to play Skystar Chicken.
Is Grandpa's thinking about Catajack here? It's not a terrible play, I guess.
I mean, he got only Big Mac on the board, so
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 cards in hand. That's fine.
might as well do that.
Spend 1, play a Troublemaker.
Which troublemaker was that?
Scorpius.
That was Glimmer. So I think he's trying to settle down into something of a control mindset here, where he just confronts that problem and defends Chrysalis. And he knows that Richard doesn't have...
I have not modified my deck from Coco.
Any tricks up his sleeve?
I do not know.
I wonder what Richard called the judge for.
Not sure.
Proxy. Do you physically own the card?
I only own 2 of them, and they're in this deck.
They're in this deck?
I will pay 1 draw.
I should have tried to arrange to borrow one, but there wouldn't have been anyone to borrow from anyway, so I guess that would have made a difference.
Realistically, we'll just put that.
If there were any to borrow.
I believe Richard drew a proxy staff on that.
Give us a minute extension. Give us a 1-minute extension.
Yeah.
Running 4 different rainbow dashes.
Couldn't find anyone to borrow, I guess.
That's fine. I understand the situation.
I just drew. Troublemaker phase would be coming.
Yes.
pound my head against that drum.
That is all three.
And you have 8 banked action tokens? That's ridiculous.
And it looks like they found some way to allow this to go on.
Yeah.
So
I'm not sure how, like, he did put away one card. Like, oh, I think they found the real stuff for him.
Pay 2, 4.
We'll call it a mark card.
Number 1.
Okay.
Still in TM phase.
I will not challenge. Main phase.
Okay, he decides to not challenge this turn.
with that staff in hand, that's probably the right play. He's going to give himself as much of a chance of beating it next turn as he can.
But on the other hand,
Okay,
like,
one exhaust,
Grandpa's
you
is probably
target
going
Big
to
Mac.
challenge it next turn. I know Richard doesn't know about that,
Correct. I flip 6, no chaos.
I flipped a 5, no chaos.
but I'm flipping
You
for.
have 2 action tokens remaining.
For a staff face-off against Big
Oh.
Mac.
Yeah, fair enough.
I'm going to play a bailout, discarding Singing Barrel on your Applejack.
Okay, bail out an Applejack.
And now I'm at 67, correct? No,
Now,
8.
Yeah, you are now at 68.
Cool things are about to happen.
Oh, well.
I don't think he has any answers, so.
That is unfortunate. 'Cause that means staff is going to get eaten next turn as well.
Alright.
Yep. But at least he got like a bailout out of Grandpa's.
Walking controls all
I
your
will.
every single one.
I'll challenge the sword.
Pay 1 draw.
Grandpa's is 2 points, right?
I believe that's correct.
How many cards are in your hands?
Then
4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5 cards enough.
And it's 3 points for Richard.
4 for this event. Pay 4 for it.
Yes, that's correct.
Play party card. I'll retire all
Okay,
5 of your
up to
friends.
10. Draw.
Yeah, Grandpa's has a lot of AT there.
Troublemaker phase. Starlight?
sure.
Move AJ.
As you said, he'll take the free move.
It's 2.
Okay. 7 plus 6 is 13.
I got the 6 here as well, and I'm at 7, 10, 16. So currently up by 3.
Response.
No response.
Yeah, you're.
Grandpa's will take his 2 points.
Yep.
And meanwhile, Applejack is getting big.
At the end of my turn, I have homework problem. I will move Sulu. Okay. And then I will
Spend
let
1.
4 extra retire.
Play a Troublemaker.
I didn't catch what that was, but I imagine it's another epic that he'll move over and take care of.
Spend 2.
Mm-hmm. Seems
I was
like it.
flipping it preemptive.
Move 1 counter.
Oh, he moves 1 counter
Oh,
to
he's
control.
actually gonna DFO. That works too.
Is he? I don't
3
think
power on my side.
Richard has.
Plus 2, no chaos.
Does he?
Flip 5, no chaos.
Oh, it's D4. Yeah. I'm.
Yeah.
1 bonus.
Shenanigans.
Diligent 2.
So that should take Grandpa's up to 7.
Reset.
Yep. He is accelerating.
Way. This changes. Desperate times. End of turn.
It's actually so cool because this is a we see in core decks like BRB and
4 action tokens at turn.
even like Richard's farming deck being really versatile, but now this deck from Grandpa's is like it can do control, it can do farming. Right there, he does a DFO kind of aggro-ish. It's actually really impressive.
Yep.
I'm so confused.
Thanks.
That's a little bit of everything, I
Action
suppose.
token. Draw.
Is that another Magicite I see Richard draw there?
Yeah, I think so.
8 there or 8 there.
So he's not that far behind yet.
Absolutely challenge. Kill it. Dead.
Well, I think he's quite behind because Grandpa's has a lot of counters on his IJ, and Richard has none.
Yeah, he could like consider moving AJ over to where that troublemaker's uncovering and try to fight it, but you're right. He's only got 3 power to work with.
Oh, he might move some friends there as well. I know that he doesn't know, but we know that Grandpa's doesn't have any surprises except bailout. And will barrel through.
It's true.
Well, I mean, technically, three of the we have one and three of the others. All right. So
I'm guessing that
that actually do it. I don't think that actually. Well, you 8 there, and you've got a ton of power.
I wonder what he's playing.
Draw.
Oh, looking for more to work with here. It's another Chrysalis. How much AT does he have to work with? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5?
I think it's just 4.
Judge, time. Okay, 1 draw.
Yeah, now it's 3.
I'm not sure. That one looks like it might be a stack of 2, but we'll see.
Yeah, it might be a stack of 2. You're right.
Sure. What do you mean you don't want to? All right, let's try something. Oh wait, but you're at like 20 something.
He can save 2 AT to move AJ away.
Is that the Trixie, or is that the Chrysalis? Or is it something else? There are several turns of drawing.
All right, 2. 4, wrong card. Thorax, because Thorax is in the discard.
Too long. Bank your turn.
Because of that, yes.
Okay. And yeah, meanwhile, Grandpa has all the AT you could ever ask for.
Okay. So you play 2. You play.
Hey, there's Chrysalis.
Yes. Oh, I will.
I'd imagine he just moves his stuff up there.
Yeah, I mean the amount of AT he has, and he's not going to play main 6 anytime soon because he doesn't have any.
I will
spend 2.
Another friend.
He's banking on that not being Chrysalis by the looks of it.
Yeah, taking the risk.
Another friend.
Which is interesting because I think he saw Chrysalis in his hand with Dream Seas.
That's true that he did.
Go ahead and throw Magicite you home.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, but now Grandpazos knows that it's not the Chrysalis.
Okay.
Well, that's for sure. Yeah.
Ready. Action 4. Exhaust for an action token. Draw. Troublemaker phase.
It's even more interesting, really, that Grandpa's has been able to get this huge pile of action tokens because he doesn't have any AT generating friends in his deck.
Well, he just skipped a lot of turns. Like he was just skipping turns for a while.
Yeah. Kind of makes you wonder how he'd deal with a really fast aggro deck if he found one in this tournament.
Well, you might find something like a Torox aggro deck.
Yeah. We'll see. I mean, obviously, in this sort of situation where he's flipped both of his main 6s, and the opponent's playing a pile of tokens, that might actually work out pretty badly for him.
Yeah. But I think, yeah, I suppose generally, like, the game plan against something like a Torox deck is to save up for main 6 and then wish, and no tokens.
Yeah. No tokens and no hand, if you party cards.
Yep. And I think, like, in his deck, Party Hard is the only follow-up for main 6. He doesn't have, like, any pink friends that retire, like Minuet.
Yeah, that looks to be the case.
There are 9 tokens in play. How much power does he get? To move 9 times. Oh, okay. 9, 15, 16, 17.
Is Grandpa still at 7, right?
17.
I think that's correct.
pretty short. Then I can go.
To move up.
Okay, I think he goes for confronting.
That appears to be correct, yeah. Takes him to 4. Take his points where he can get them, which makes sense.
Yeah, he can still catch up by the time limit, I suppose.
That's how that works.
That's how that works.
That's how that works. I'd like that idea. I just play AT Gen all day. Mono purple. Who needs point? Challenge.
The only way to do
5
that.
7.
Yep, Grandpa flips twice because of his problem.
11.
What was it though?
13.
Orange and purple one?
Responses.
No response.
No response.
Oh, that one's yellow.
Seems like
Okay.
he wins this one.
2 more.
2 minutes, yeah.
You can do mod pi.
Yeah, I adapt that Richard can catch up in 2 minutes.
Like, not
Imagine how big she can be and be like.
He has to score 5 points in 2 minutes, which is seems unlikely to me.
Yeah. I mean, with villains on the field, it's not necessarily impossible to score that many per turn, but I certainly don't see a way that's going to happen from the current board state.
Yep, that's true.
Her opponents can play better.
Maybe it matter.
You think it be like it is, but it don't.
That one as well. Yes, with BABSCon.
Yeah, I think the turning point here in this game was Richard losing to Chrysalis 2 times in a row.
Spend one. Spend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Did you stop by the room?
Yeah, that was essentially where Grandpa's got this AT bank and developed his Applejack at the same time.
No.
Okay, so that's 10. That's 5.
Yeah.
I need to go to the restroom.
Cat's just back there.
Remember what that does?
Alright.
When it enters play, each player chooses a friend, resource, and troublemaker they control and retire the rest.
Okay.
I will
Friend
make my decisions first, then you will make your decisions, and they will both be processed simultaneously.
and troublemaker. Okay.
Keep this friend. I have no resource, I have no troublemaker.
Okay. I will keep
I wonder, does he keep that?
this friend.
Okay, he
This
keeps
troublemaker.
AJ.
Sounds good.
Keeps AJ, that's probably okay.
Yeah, I mean,
Man.
AJ gives AT anyway, and Shirley is not really useful here. I mean, she has prepared, but AJ is just better here.
Mm-hmm. Looks like Grandpa's gearing up for another little farming possibility next turn.
So we're just consolidating down to 5.
now stand in the line for Andrew Living.
Actually, I'll just move 1 counter. That's fine. 1 counter over here.
Okay.
Hester.
I wonder why he moved the
Ready.
counter.
Action.
Perhaps to fight the troublemaker that Richard put there? Is that a troublemaker, right?
That's a troublemaker, but that's one of his own. So
Turn's not over.
Yeah, I'm still doing stuff.
Oh,
And draw. Draw. Troublemaker
So yeah,
for me to
it's
challenge.
probably to fight
I will exhaust for
the troublemaker he played over there. Makes you wonder if Grandpa is actually going to try to win in the time limit. He might be able to.
And we have like 1 minute left, and I was starting player, so you will still get a turn. So I am hopeless at this point.
You Colorado Contraption?
yeah, Richard has given up.
What's that?
Do you want to call it a good game, or do you want to play out the rest of it?
I like to play it out.
Oh, you live
Sure,
here.
that's fine.
You just know.
If there's anything I know, like, you know, during our Coco match, we went through the same period where we worked it out, and Richard said, "Oh, no, it seems like I can't win anymore," and he did still win. So,
Yeah,
I mean,
it'd be
yeah,
fun if
it's
it was.
it's not going to happen this time, but
For Captain Solana,
it's always a good idea to keep playing it out.
pay 2. For Cheerleaf Folker.
He is also bueno.
And
Oh, thank you.
that's it. I will move to. I will pay 1 to draw.
Sounds good.
Useless.
Yeah,
Good score
I think-
face.
Sure
So
spot.
I normally don't like throne, but I
What's that?
think
AJ, bail out.
Bail out.
every time you thrown was correct.
Not score anything. Thanks for
He's
that.
not
You're
scoring.
welcome.
But giving you points.
And you win.
Okay.
Actually, no. You want to play out your turn?
We're fine.
Yeah, I think
Grandpa just accepts that he has the victory, and that will do.
You see me playing villain farming for 3 months, and you decide, oh, well, I can do that better.
No, actually, we knew villain farming, thanks to your spectacular results in Coco, was going to be a very good deck. The biggest concern we had was...
Is this yours?
No, that's yours.
Why was it face down?
I turned it face down, yeah. I turned it to see what sleeve it was in. The biggest concern was what would that deck do against a deck like BRB, where there's a lot of forced movement at immediate speed, which can be very difficult for HL. And the solution that we're going to try is, instead of running purple and focusing on AT Gen and, you know, a few extra face-off tricks, just run pink and just do main 6 party card.
Yeah. Well, that's what we guessed as well. Like,
seems to work so well.
It's just a farming deck with main 6 to
I still haven't had
keep
any
their
data
B.
showing whether or not the pink is meaningful. I have not played
Yeah. Well, see, I'll admit, like, that's... Having seen all of the strength that farming had gotten in Coco, my biggest, like, I had often asked myself, like, is it just because people aren't including the counters to it, or is the deck actually good? And
I know that my version of the portal deck, like,
I think it's kind of indisputable.
It's pretty weak against farm because it doesn't have, like, BRB has quite some ways to deal against farm. It has Magical Pony, it has Discords, it has Zikora. What else it has?
Well, good luck to you.
I think it has something else.
Thank you.
Like, there are several ways to deal with farming in BRB. But
did you
my
see anything I
deck
did
doesn't
wrong?
have that much. So
Blink 1 for yes.
It's fairly weak against farm.
There's no LEDs turning on. I must have done perfect.
The only hope against farm is bait and switch and Discord. And Discord doesn't work if there's Trixie.
Yep. Yeah, like, from my experience playing purple-white, well, this was essentially Bugle's idea, but you get Traveler Spike on the field, and you just use him to make sure Applejack can never get close to a problem. And I know, like, Richard's version is relatively weak against that. I'm not sure how, like, obviously, Grandpa's version has pink to get rid of Spike.
Mm-hmm.
Sounded, based on that, we might be batting the cycle and just seeing Bugle on the stream next time.
Richard versus Leo. George versus Dale.
Okay. Oh, it's
Ah,
Kevin. Yeah.
Kevin? Okay. We
I remember
him.
his
Yeah.
by his Luna sleeves.
Hey stream, just letting you know. GP's using my deck list.
Oh yeah.
That was the point.
And
Okay.
Sonnet.
Sonnet Scroll, yeah. So is Kevin actually playing GP's list? Or well, GP playing Kevin's list?
I would imagine that GP was the originator of that list, but I wouldn't be surprised if Kevin was playing the same thing.
To be fair, it's a 5-round thing. So you're bound to be paired with a whole bunch of random people.
As far as Sonic goes, I wouldn't be surprised to see him running something very similar to what we saw in the Harmony tournament.
Yeah?
Game was super close. Both my games were close, actually.
It might be just the same deck. We haven't seen any Harmony cards
Who'd you play
in
against, like,
her deck
what type
at
of
the
decks?
time.
Tempest deck.
Mm-hmm.
So that was pretty tough. I was kind of meeting that like head-to-head. We were 1 point
But
away.
it'll be interesting to see
And
how
then
this
I
deck
played
holds
against
against farm, because I don't think we saw
That's
many
interesting
tools
because I
against
played
farm.
Scootaloo Yellow Blue.
Yeah. So
In
it's
her
blue,
deck.
yellow, pink, and blue.
Oh, wow.
We were 1 point away as well. I won that by 1 point.
Nice.
Just like I lost the other one by 1 point.
I've just been notified that Kevin was, in fact, the originator of the list.
Oh.
Scootaloo Yellow Pink. Let's see what else was the other one. I really... Orange. Applejack, but not farm.
Oh, okay. It's like
Orange pink.
control? Orange pink.
Which was weird. to be fair, it's Leo.
Leo's always
He always likes doing things outside the box, which is nice.
Which is cool. I like it.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we'll see what this pink deck can do against
He's like, whoa, whoa, whoa. Why are you doing
this kind of farming style.
And then he's like, oh, just kidding. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, Leo's chill.
He is.
Wait. You actually sign up as Thorax?
Alright. Cut or no cut?
Well, at least we know what Kevin's deck is for sure, and we have only guesses for Sonnet Scrolls.
It's true.
To me, that you called him a Thorax, and he's like, yeah, sure, whatever.
Alright.
And we get another game to really analyze this new orange-pink thing.
I will more as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
That was definitely not the same list, based on that opening hand I saw.
At least it's
Did you saw what?
I saw.
It's always gonna be.
I believe I saw a rescue party in Kevin's hand, which I mean it's not the same as Grandpa's list.
The fact that you can shuffle like that is beautiful.
It's like the only way I can shuffle that.
Really?
Yeah, I can't shuffle the normal way where like just do the thumb.
Oh. But saves your sleeves better though.
Yeah, it does. Because I used to get those like interplay sleeves that fray all the time.
Yeah. I don't like those. They're okay.
I got them at first and then I was like, man.
No offense, Interplay.
Yeah, sorry, Interplay. You make great sleeves.
Sponsor me. And turn.
Well, troublemakers.
Wow. Aren't you glad I didn't count blue?
Yeah.
I have to keep one.
Save two.
Save two.
Can't quite see Sonnet's hand there.
Okay then.
Yeah. Couldn't quite see it either.
Oh, we did not. We did.
That actually matters.
Okay, let's rewind.
It does kind of matter given that you guys just went.
Okay, 1 second.
Okay, we're fine now. We're fine.
Okay.
Perfectly.
Everything is fine.
I'm gonna go with that first.
Okay. You still have to pay the 2.
Don't I? Do I?
That is correct, I believe.
What happens here, they both flip at the same time. Oh, sorry, they do flip in order, but there's no priority windows between them. Then once they're all flipped, then triggers process. This trigger processes, you can move there, but you have to pay 2.
Okay, that's fine.
Hmm.
Well, let's.
Yeah, it's the same as what he wanted.
Well, I think he won that one.
Yeah, he did. 6 versus a 5. So
Thank you,
Applejack's rolling. And that was also a party hard that I saw get flipped from Sonnet. Not that it's going to be particularly important, given the way this deck looks like it's going to operate.
Yeah.
Well,
she can still retire tons of your unicorn tokens like she did in her Harmony game.
That's true. It's also possible that she's got a cardboard box in there. That would be quite useful.
Right, draw. Spend 2. Oops, sorry. 1 left.
2 more.
Two more.
They keep coming.
Well, we got a pretty good hand for a farming deck.
We had to turn 1 face off.
What?
Terrible.
Why?
How?
Save my problems.
Did you play Skystar Chicken?
No, he did. I didn't.
He always says no.
Yeah, he always says no.
Okay, she flips Slicer.
Put the seashells out. Okay, makes sense.
Wrong seashells. Well, one of them.
One of them, yes. Okay, putting them over there. Fair to assume that that's a villain down at the bottom problem.
Okay, there's AJ.
Understood.
And there's a draw.
For Desert Rune. Yeah, that makes sense.
Game 3.
Well, judging from GP's deck, like Desert Rune isn't going to do that much either.
Then trigger back.
Ah, doing it that way. Okay.
Cool, means
6, 5, 11, 10. Alright, you win by 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, farming keeps going.
You need the right number of actions. I just didn't mark my
He has to retire one of the Starlace.
Oh, right.
Yes, he doesn't get rid of one of those.
I will, let's see, attempt?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I mean,
How many points is he at right now?
I think he's at 5. He defeated Storm King, then Chrysalis, and now he confronted.
After he defeated Storm King, he should have confronted as well,
yeah,
though.
that's true. Then he's at 6.
replace your bow.
Understood?
I
did.
Started out down by 3, and now I'm down by 2, correct? Alright, I might actually...
Oh, thank you, buddy.
And pass.
Where did Min go? I haven't seen him recently.
Anything else?
Pass?
Yeah.
Understood?
I will score 2 bonus.
Get 4.
Maybe if Sonnet has cardboard box, that might help her quite a lot.
Yeah, either that or...
Move for 2.
I don't know. Like, that's essentially all that Pink has to
Yeah.
Well,
deal
she
with
might
this kind of
also
thing.
play bailouts, I guess.
Yes. In orange, bailout will work as well.
Play for 4.
Oh, there is that rescue party.
I will attempt.
They're coming.
I'm gonna bail out Applejack.
No, there's bailout.
So I'm gonna discard.
End turn.
Alright.
Interesting. Main 6, huh?
Challenge.
Okay.
The interesting thing is,
See, I'm at 9.
9 as well.
so rescue party on their own can probably deal with that. Well, with whatever he played there.
I also can see bailout in his hand.
Alright.
Oh, she exhausts rescue party.
Okay, well that changes the matter then.
And there goes the breakdown.
Oh, can't be frightened though.
Yep, remember?
Oh, right. So it just defeats itself.
Okay, you're good.
It's an interesting interaction.
Exhausted. Flip.
Oh, there's Starlight.
Okay. Since AJ's bailed out, that is probably going to fire.
I will end turn. Go ahead.
Well, once at least.
Challenge.
Sorry, did someone say judge?
Yes, I said judge.
Challenge.
Can you petition
Okay.
to have it changed so that also...
Alright. Let's see. How much you got?
5, 9, 11.
11. So I will bail out. Barrel through, sorry.
So bad. I hate you.
There's Petty Heart. Flip.
Yeah, both of them actually flipped a number of their special tools, as it were. But again, main 6 and party heart is only worth anything to Kevin at the moment.
That's true.
Although Kevin's hand is small, so it's possible that Sonnet will just retire enough stuff to make him discard his whole hand anyway.
Yeah, he has friends to spare. There's Sheath Shells. He can, I guess, spare one AJ.
Can't spin.
I don't exactly remember what her glare card is.
Okay.
Banish.
Alright.
And you're good.
Right. Draw. 4. I will attempt.
I will bail it out.
You guys forgot about your Chrono Trigger triggers.
Yeah.
10, 6.
Someone forgot about Chrono Trigger.
Oh,
Oh,
right.
yeah,
We got to
right.
redo that.
Okay.
Alright, so well, first of all,
Top
is this
2
easily
first.
recoverable? It's just the top
Yes,
2 cards,
yes.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you drew a card though, right?
No, it's his turn.
Oh, sorry. No. I was listening to them say that. Have you not? Whose is this?
Mine.
Yours? Okay.
Card.
I'm getting some audio cutouts on my side.
Yeah, just a little, but it was okay.
But yeah, good thing they recovered from that.
And he manages to get through, even in spite of the barrel through.
Let's see. held down top.
So that's 2 more points.
Yeah, 2 more points for Starlight and 2 banished cards.
Does he have any more Trollmakers in his hand? I don't think he does, yeah. So at least there's that Son has to work with.
Well, his AJ still has a lot of power.
That's true.
You're +3. Yeah.
So he can just go for confronts here.
Bail
I
out
mean,
this.
I think he's at 9 points right now.
I also discard.
He scored 2 from Starlight and 1
Ah,
from
you're right,
confront.
yes. I believe that's correct, yeah.
And
Took that away.
did Sona defeat the Troublemaker?
I don't think so. There was a lot of extra flips and bait and switch got bailed out.
What did she move back home then?
A second Applejack, I think?
No, Applejack was home for quite a while.
Draw.
Did anything get moved home from that face-off?
Oh,
No?
it should have.
No.
Yeah.
Okay, there you go.
My flitters too?
Watchful judges.
Which means something should have been retired to home limit now. I think? No, no, they're fine.
No,
they're
yeah,
fine.
it's fine. It's
Okay. Yeah, yeah.
No, it's not 4. Oh. Yeah, flip.
Oh, it is 4? Okay, yeah.
No, no, no. Don't listen to everything we say, Cheese.
Pay draw. Fine, actually. Okay, pay 3. Desert Road.
Alright.
And turn.
Okay.
But these, they are playing quite quickly, to be fair. It's kind of hard to keep track of everything that's going on here.
Mm-hmm.
You win it.
Okay, she finally defeats the Troublemaker. He might score a point.
Just exhausted. And pass.
Okay.
Alright. Draw. Unexhausted.
I think she confronts trading traditions. Like I can see she has power.
Yeah, I believe she did.
I will attempt.
I'll score a point for her.
Bail out.
Alright.
Very pressure on 3. That's great.
We flip. Alright. Win it.
But yeah,
Sorry.
at least from what I can see, she should have 1 more point on her slider right now.
Pay 4 to move in.
Okay.
Austed. That sounds correct to me.
Pay draw.
Judge?
Pay draw. And turn.
And he's looking for more troublemakers, I think. Or barrel throughs or ways to beat stuff.
Well, he's ahead on 8 points, so there's standard taps. Does she have white for that?
Let me see here. Bait and switch.
She might have played something. She might have.
She's got a toe tapper. Okay, so she played the tender taps first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless I missed something.
No, I'm not sure if she had the white for that. I think you may be correct.
Play for 4.
I forgot to get the desert.
It was either him or bodyguard.
Oh, you banished another one of these?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, I see. Okay. Yeah, we didn't see that. Okay.
Yeah.
Pay 2 to move over to 2.
She still needs to score her point though. Jeez,
That is
tell
correct.
her.
Attempt.
Yeah.
Alright, go ahead.
Okay, that's another point for Kevin.
Yeah, I think that he goes to 10, I believe.
I think so.
You win it.
She's got so much power. It should be an easy win.
Okay, she won the Troublemaker. Defeated, I mean.
That's 2 more.
She should be at 3 now, even though.
I believe that's correct, yes.
Belly flop. Seashell and that.
Alright.
Belly flops the seashell into that one, sure.
Why didn't she, I mean, eat Desert Road last turn? I think the Big Mac was there already.
Yeah, I believe she mentioned that she forgot about it.
Oh, I see. Well,
Clean it. Get back, bail out.
Cleaning up for bailout back.
and she forgot about Desert Road again.
She did. Yeah.
No! You're 18. You're ridiculous. Oh, man.
Jeez. I feel like it's been nonstop action. I haven't had a chance to actually think about what anyone's trying to do here. Kevin does have a face-off coming up. He's got 4 counters on that AJ. Make that 7 extra power.
Okay, he's fighting against Big Mac. There's Birdie Flop.
I'm pretty sure he wins that, yeah. Yeah, I think he's just powering up for this face-off here.
What troublemaker was that?
I did not see.
What's up?
Yeah, sure.
Alright.
Okay. Yep, he goes to 11 points, and...
Oh, she can return someone.
2 and a 2. 2, 4, 6... I didn't quite see who won that. We'll see.
I'm at 3, 4, 5.
Very much Nornswell.
Wow.
8 plus 6, 14. You're at 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. Okay, yeah.
Sana wins it by 1.
Yeah.
So that's another point for her?
Yeah, that should bring her to 5 points.
Staff.
Oh, yeah, stuff.
The staff actually matters.
I hope we're not missing something here, like...
Are you sure you guys counted the numbers correctly?
Did we? Let's check again just in case.
Is that
10. I'm at 16. Yeah, 5.
I really wish we didn't have this glare. It'd be a lot easier to count on our sides here.
Oh, we're tied. One more.
Oh, okay, tied. Oh, well, there you go.
Now we're fine.
You already had it.
She still wins it?
No,
not.
that'll go to Kevin now, yeah?
Yeah.
So she's back down to 4 points, and he's up to 12?
And he's up to 12.
You started the game with 2 friends. Turn 1. Yeah.
Okay, I hope she won't forget Big Mac this time, since she hasn't frightened it.
Yeah, she rallied it specifically for that purpose. Looks like she's figuring out her home limit right now.
Yeah, but Party Hard would like help her a lot here.
Yeah, she's got the tokens to spare now for sure.
So, confront.
I doubt she will catch up by points, but still.
Oh, okay. She remembers for the staff. That's probably good enough.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't confront because it's end of turn that I retired all the friends, so I wouldn't confront there.
Oh, you're right.
Right.
So, but I did eat the staff.
Okay, then that's fine.
So our point total is still correct.
Close enough.
Yeah.
And there's Trixie.
Because I retired all my friends after the end of the turn.
Yes.
Not the fancy Trixie, but Trixie works just as well.
I don't
Any
do a lot.
Trixie is great.
But what he does is bad.
Yes, I'm very bad. May I see your discard pile?
Yeah.
Thank you, madam.
But so far we haven't seen much of a Kevin's deck besides like traditional
that's
cards.
Because you've been really playing about.
Yeah.
So you
Well, that rescue party was the only difference from Grandpa's version so far.
I haven't been able to confront.
2.
But yeah, going to beat up Trixie is oh, there's another rescue party.
But it doesn't have the abilities. Which
That is correct.
It can be frightened.
Oh no! I misplayed it. I misplayed it. I should have paid the draw first. Oh.
You can't take it back because I'm
No, I can't. Yeah. Oh well, it's okay. Okay, I'll deal with it. 2.
Okay.
I'll end my turn.
Alright.
Well, I should point out that they can't play back not because...
Yeah. Well, he also forgot to eat a Desert Road. with that
No,
Big
he
Mac.
can't eat Desert Road because he just played it.
You're right. That's right. Sorry about that.
Pinkie Pie?
I'm not sure if she's going to.
Understood.
Okay,
Okay.
she looked for grabber.
Yeah. Grubber works with breakdown, yeah.
Alright.
I think like Kevin is still going to defeat that Trixie unless she has.
Hang
another...
on a second. Kevin still has a Desert Road in play, which means Grubber didn't have abilities.
Right, right.
You got my cat a jack.
Yes.
So, yeah, they're going to need to walk that back as well.
There's Patty Hard.
Did you get what you needed?
Whoa.
And she couldn't play Pinkie Pie either.
And turn eat Desert Road.
Okay.
She played Pinkie
Oh.
Pie.
Yeah, that one.
And
Quick. Wait. Why did they think you could not have played Pinkie Pie?
I have plenty of
No.
no, she
No,
could
no, no,
play.
no.
She could play
No,
Pinkie.
Pinkie Pie was fine. It's
Oh, right. You couldn't. Desert Road.
Sorry.
So I gotta rewind everything.
Yeah.
Also gonna
Pinkie Pie and
I mean,
Grubber wouldn't have triggered as well. That's the important thing.
your friend though.
Yeah, but she played Pinkie Pie. I believe
friend is-
she searched for grabber, right? So
Exhausted. No.
she
not
couldn't
Oh, I
search
see.
for grabber.
Not even exhausted.
Oh, okay, that's how it worked. Okay.
I'm still gonna eat Desert Road.
Understood.
Okay. So
Still have enough
where's the grubber right now?
The grubber's in my hand, which should be in my deck.
Should be in your deck.
It was
Yeah,
at the very bottom.
see, she found the grabber in her deck,
I'm okay
and
with that.
Pinkie Pie
Yeah.
wouldn't have the ability to do it.
Okay, I missed the Pinkie Pie, actually.
Yeah, that was my point.
Awesome. Alright. Game
Properly
5.
reset.
Draw one card.
Alright.
Attempt.
You are up by 2, and then
I'm gonna bail out.
Alright. Which one?
You're up by 2, and you flip the 7.
Okay.
And discard.
I never knew actually players like turn it twice for bailout.
They win it.
Oh, wait.
Yeah, that's the general idea.
Action.
So that you have a way to mark it as halfway.
Bail out.
Understood.
And I'll
Okay,
discard
there's two bailouts.
Alright, so I'll move her back.
Okay.
I can do it technically.
Oh, yeah.
Technically, if you're playing it like super properly, you just put 2 exhaust encounters on the card, and then you're set.
Okay, draw.
No, you don't put 2 exhausted counters actually. You put only 1. It just doesn't get removed at the ready phase. But you can
I see.
still you can still ready the card with other effects.
Yeah, that's a good point, I guess.
Like it's a very minor difference,
I
but
will
it's still a difference.
move for 2.
Okay.
And my turn.
Alright. Draw.
Oh, also eating the resource.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay,
Break down.
that now happens. He should have a counter on that Big Mac if he ate the road.
Yeah, I think he has it. It's just transparent.
Oh, does he? Oh, okay.
It looks so to me at least.
Did you eat? Actually, sorry.
Yeah, he could have eaten it there.
Yep.
Yeah. So
Yeah, it was there for more than
Oh,
one
sorry.
turn.
Yeah, it's fine. Just need to put a counter on it.
How many cards do you have in hand?
Oh yeah, I think
2,
there
3,
wasn't a
4,
counter.
5.
Okay.
I think I mistook the pie for the counter.
I'll play backup dancers.
Mm-hmm.
Make 2 tokens.
Party,
party.
There's the party
Another
card.
pie
Okay.
card, yeah.
These 2, these 2. 4.
Did she confront last turn?
Mm-hmm. Alright.
Because I see 4 on her slider and I see 4 on my screen, so should she
actually-
be at
yes.
5?
She would have confronted last turn. That's right.
So yeah, she should be at 5.
Okay.
And now it's 6.
Yes. Oh boy.
2, 3, 4, 5.
This is the Keeping track of this game is actually exhausting.
I don't think I had enough.
Yeah, there was a lot of hiccups here and there.
1 point left in the
I mean, yeah, but.
Pay draw.
Yep.
Pay draw. Now that matters a lot.
I'll take the point.
Oh no, I can't.
How are you? Yeah.
Alright, I can't. Wait, I'm overthinking things. Sorry.
Why he can't play
Yep.
Captain Jack?
He only has 4 AT.
Oh, right.
We'll confront.
Alright.
Okay.
Okay.
She's catching up slowly.
Slowly, yes. I'm not sure how much time they have left.
Do nothing on your turn?
Yeah, just confront.
Oh, she brings breakdown back.
I don't know what to say to that.
Mm-hmm.
But the Trixie is now defeated, so that brings him up to 14 points.
She might have an answer.
By my estimate, yeah.
10 AT answer.
Yeah, that's actually big answer.
If that puts him to 14, then he is just set to win right now. On this confront.
Yep.
5.
I think he just wants to secure it.
4 AT left over.
Yeah.
Alright, I will attempt.
That's fine.
Alright.
Good game.
GG.
That's
Yeah,
game.
good game.
Yeah, but I don't want to risk it. I don't want to risk it.
I mean, if she had any answers to him confronting, I think she would have used them on Trixie anyway.
Probably, yeah.
9 minutes remaining!
It was the most
No, we still
impressive
have a
trick
lot
out
of
there.
time.
No, jeez, 9 minutes. Feels like it's been an hour.
Yeah.
Never put enough answers to it. Because you can't use them against anything else.
Like, farm is like a good thing for this deck, but it's mainly aggro though.
Y'all were taking quick turns.
Yeah. All my games have been a minimum of 10 minutes to 15, that's it.
Pretty sure you had a long game. Pretty sure.
Except for this one.
I felt like I played that really bad.
No, this one was an actual challenge. That, like, I could not deal with, like, trollmakers at all. Like, you stopped me every single time.
I couldn't confront though. Like if I had been consistently confronting, but you couldn't because of the troublemakers.
Yeah, I was killing them too fast for you, sadly.
Yeah, I think what set the
And I
score,
couldn't beat them because
set
my
score,
features were low.
Yeah.
sorry, set some help
Orange
me.
farm is too powerful. They get them.
Just the player on. Yeah, that's correct.
The player on the right.
Yeah.
What set her back is that she couldn't defeat Starlight for quite a while. Like, I think she lost 2 or 3 times
Yeah.
to her, and I think that was deciding here.
Yeah, that's what. That was the period where Kevin got his big point buffer to work with.
Mm-hmm.
Time to buy the farm.
Yep.
I love that Twilight so much. This one's rare.
Oh yeah, that's cute, Twilight. Look at it. It's a sleeping Twilight.
Oh, it's a sleeping toy.
We just need pancakes now.
That's right. Someone should bring her pancakes.
It's like, I'm tired. I'm pancake.
Thingy. Oh yeah.
Oh right. We'll see what happens. It all mainly depends on whether or not GP is winning or not.
I'm not doing well today at all.
That's okay. I'll take you to the top somehow.
Me or
Although
no
to be
drops.
fair, like even if you do bad right now, technically, you still have a chance of getting top 8, which matters the most.
I still have 2 more rounds, so
So technically,
if I get 2 more wins, maybe.
wait, how many wins do you have right now?
1.
1. So if you get 3 wins, you're guaranteed for the top.
Okay.
Guaranteed for sure. You just need 3 wins though. That's the hard part.
Yeah.
Oh my god. Oh.
My deck's doing what it's supposed to do. It's just not enough.
It just needs power somehow.
Yeah.
You'll find that answer.
So I guess we're having 5 rounds then.
Make my mark.
Yo.
So
5
2
rounds,
games, and she needs 3 more wins. So
Yeah.
that's 3 more rounds.
At least
Yeah.
there is no such thing as.
Well, so this is the. She has 1 win
Yeah.
so far, and it's 2 more rounds to go, I think.
Weird because this deck has been doing that for a while.
Yeah.
Like I still don't
I
understand.
think
So
she
she has a
said she
chance.
needs 3 more wins.
I guess it's just
I
consistent.
I believe he said she needs 3 total. I think.
Okay, we'll see.
Oh god.
Yeah.
For a second, I thought I heard someone play combo. But Leo's
In any event,
he's anti-combo.
she's probably got a reasonable chance at it.
But just
Some people
Yes.
in the chess world call it the Swiss gambit. And you lose your first couple of rounds so that you end up facing the less good side of the table.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's not good. If anything, we might not be facing each other because it's like 5 rounds.
Yeah.
So technically, everyone.
Yeah, he said it's 5 rounds.
Okay.
You got this, Ali. I believe in you.
I'm gonna do it. I'm gonna get to the top this time.
I've got the multicolored match slips again today. Good to see that.
All my games have been minimum 6-point gap.
I played Bailout 5 times.
And it still didn't stop me enough.
It still didn't stop me.
Which is weird, because like, it was...
I think I chose the wrong time. I should have done it like the first time, because I had it in hand from the beginning.
Oh yeah, that would have actually helped.
And so I should have just like stopped you from snowballing, because then you're able
Yeah.
to confront everything.
For sure.
I waited too long on it.
I'm only up by 1 point.
Yeah, usually Applejack, like, if you stop her early game, she would not be able to do anything.
Yeah, I was too cautious.
I like when players
There's nothing wrong
reflecting on
with
the
being
game.
cautious.
Yeah.
You'll find
It's kind of like getting a free after-match interview for us. We don't even have to be there.
Mm-hmm.
We never do.
No, we don't know what's going
Yeah.
on. Because we're just like in our own world.
Yep.
We know what's going on here.
Yes, but not out there.
No, it's scary out there.
Yes.
Strange people.
Where there might be combo, nightmare formats,
We don't
harmony
there.
formats. Oh.
Harmony?
Oh
It's
no.
also like a custom CCG card of like a con master.
It also lets us fill the time without saying anything.
Is it good?
I didn't get a very close look, but
Is it combo fuel?
Well, it's already a villain.
Yeah.
But
It has to be a villain at that point then.
we haven't seen anyone playing Moonlight Sonata yet.
Mm-hmm.
It's a little unfortunate. Cheese is doing the judging. I imagine he would be the guy to play it if he was actually in the tournament.
Well, in Coco he was always playing BRB, so you know.
Got this out.
Usually
I
Grandpaus
see.
was the one who was playing Sonata.
Really, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Just get rid of all the misplays.
Yeah.
I'm not sure like
Got them all.
This game was
what
full of
Big
misplays.
Cheese
That's
played
what
in Coco
got them
3
all.
might as well BRB.
I just got really flustered.
But in the first 2 Cocos he played BRB. That's for sure.
Who do you think you'll
Okay, well, that's fair enough.
I played against him in Coco 2 and I won against
That'd
him
be interesting.
Yeah.
mostly because
Like in a practice game.
at the at the start of the game
Now
he
it's
played
for
Singing
revenge.
Barrel and forgot to return it to his hand and I'm like, huh, okay, it's gone now.
You'll take his point.
I see.
And he couldn't enter his color then ever. I was just stopping him.
Well, that's how it works, yeah.
I love the fact that they're still listening to us.
But no, we had 3
We're
rounds.
just talking random stuff now.
Have we seen any real aggro decks yet?
Nope, they don't.
They don't understand.
Like,
Mm,
Chrissy was there, but now there's Thorax.
well,
Yeah.
this J with ping
I don't know how
is
that happens.
kinda.
Yeah, I think it's like the closest we've seen so far. It's
Yeah.
such a
Yeah, just bring
such a weird deck, like a really just a kind of a chameleon. It just is whatever it needs to be in the circumstances, which
just spray water.
great to see.
I mean, that's how it worked with like the dragons, like maybe,
Yeah.
since they like fire so much.
lost twice in a bye. This is true.
I thought people were going longer. I remember we ended really early.
Haven't seen any yellow decks yet. I'd be interested to see.
Yeah, I believe someone is definitely running yellow. Like someone
It's
has
just
to
like
run
we know
yellow.
what we're doing. That's why.
Well, based on what you told me last night, we suspect that Bugle's deck has at least some yellow in it.
Well, it has very little yellow. I think it has yellow mostly for resource
So
removal.
serious. With
He
GP
runs
crossing his
Frenzel is
arms,
there and
staring at the
Brines, I
game.
believe.
Slowly.
I'm not sure if he actually runs
No, he
Brines, but
didn't.
I know
there,
he
okay,
considers
there was a
it.
blink.
Once.
Yeah,
Once.
once every minute.
Right.
His eyes.
That's at least something. But no, obviously, yeah, we prefer something, a proper yellow.
He no longer.
Yeah.
Whether it's yellow just to get some day shift, or else some sort of. We were talking about Thorax as we were starting.
Main 6 somehow with party
Echo, why
cards.
aren't you
Draw
there?
all my combo pieces.
Echo likes
then mill my
playing
opponent.
yellow and Coco.
Somehow mill them over and over.
Ah, that's a good point. Well, he's. I believe he's actually in Calgary right now.
Yeah.
So far, people are calling this the best cosplay.
We'll see. Some later convention. We can't go to them all.
Almost guaranteed.
Oh, we have a lot of time on this.
Yeah.
Okay, Fairy cards makes a good point. People just might be shy
last time we
and
checked, it
don't
was like
want
20
to.
something.
Like,
9 when we
yellow
finished.
is Fluttershy's color, so people are playing yellow probably shy to show on stream.
Yeah, that's a good point. Well, I mean, if they make top 8, they're gonna. Well, not necessarily.
The cosplay of that
Not necessarily. They're gonna have to be on stream, but we'd appreciate it if they were.
Okay.
Yeah. That's not cringy at all.
No. That's really classy, actually.
Yes, very.
Very cool.
Sarcasm erupts out of nowhere.
I think it was actually like the first repeated deck we saw
You got
in both days.
Yeah. I'll lose my other 2 games.
Well, if we're counting both days,
Fine, I'll lose 1 game.
was
that'll be
is the deck that Sana was playing this time essentially the same as her Harmony
Yeah.
deck?
So,
Or is that what you were talking about? Sorry.
well, I'm talking like this game was like kind of the decks we
Hopefully
already
they
saw
throw you
before,
down.
This is
and
probably the worst
the
game
games
to have
before
on
that were all the new decks we haven't
Oh,
seen
that
yet.
way. Okay. Yep.
Oh,
So
you didn't do
Kevin
anything.
was playing what we
Okay.
saw from Grandpa's,
Well, I
and
guess I
Sonic
could
was
beat
playing the
that
same
in
thing.
front to win. No bailout? Okay.
That's why no one watches those shows.
Yeah. No.
We'll have to see. I mean, I perhaps if Living Silver comes on, I imagine he might be running the same deck as Harmony as well. Possibly. That would give us our aggro fix as well.
But it's interesting to see that like Sona's deck holds pretty well in Harmony too. Like, I think she won that game.
Deny game.
I remember
I think
she
she
was
did,
playing
yes.
like and I remember her opponent played Destiny Drain on main 6, and that was quite a mistake.
You were ahead with Sky
Right.
Chicken.
Yes, I remember that now.
Wow.
Can't take chicken to get ahead.
Beagle, well done.
I had a Soprano in him.
Oh, that matters, yeah. Soprano is a pretty good card.
Yeah.
It's really cheap too. I'm like, dang.
Looks pretty good, I hear.
Yeah.
Grandpa's versus Bugle.
I'm not playing you.
Grandpa's versus Bugle.
I can get a perfect score, maybe.
That's going to be a fine game. Probably a game we're not going to see, but
Yeah.
Grandpa's was already on stream, but we'll see.
I hope we'll see Bugle's deck here. It'd be interesting to see, given that I kinda know it. If he runs the same deck he played against me.
Richard versus Scan.
Okay, who are we getting here?
Actually, got to make Earth Ponies.
Versus Deo.
Oh, the ones you showed earlier, yeah.
There's only one way in the problem deck, not even in the main deck, to make Earth Ponies.
And we are going to see Grandpa's and Bugle on stream by the looks of it. So yet another chance to look at this orange-pink thing and analyze whatever monstrosity Bugle is bringing to us.
Yeah, but his monstrosity, like the one that I saw at least, had like 5 colors, I think. It had definitely blue, pink, orange, yellow, and 1 color probably missing.
Purple or white?
Might be neither actually. I don't remember now. Let me look up real quick.
Sure, go ahead.
We have fewer than 60 people. Where's my other?
Yeah, he had white, I remember now, for bodyguards.
Interesting.
He definitely
Bugle
had
pl-
triggers.
I'm surprised that the one color Bugle excluded was purple.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, well, you could technically get my main.
Where's Leo?
Anyway, these guys had better play correctly, because I'm not in the mood for picking out mistakes anymore.
Oh, I think they're going to play correctly. I mean,
Intense.
I got AJ on power counters first, and that was that.
Fair enough.
Well, we'll see.
Huh?
I also had 2 bailouts.
Oh, yeah. I think Bale's the most important card in that.
Oh, yeah,
Like,
for sure.
by far.
Well, that and he played Friends. I didn't. I got a stick.
Oh, yeah, there you
Even though I only got to use it once. And then when he played his stick, I bailed out his AJ in response. I kept my Big Mac around, and then Big Mac just ate his stick
go.
twice.
So I had to decide whether or not to hit his entry or his stick. And I hit his entry, and it seemed to have been the correct call.
Well, you don't have to worry about
Okay.
it in this matchup.
No.
Skystar?
yeah.
I saw Soprano.
100%.
Yeah, seems like it's.
Applejack has a
not
stick,
that.
make it go away.
All right.
I mean,
would
it
you appreciate?
still might be not,
You thought
but
the hat was important. Now it's the stick.
Yeah.
Well, if you have the list on you, would you send it my way?
You can quote me on that.
I have the list, but it's the old one. Like, I know he changed it for sure.
So hi.
Oh, okay.
If
Fair
you
enough.
can't tell by the mat, this is Bugle.
They still maintain.
Hithrock knows this deck. I don't know.
Well,
Oh yeah, it's the one.
Deck list anywhere?
I gave it to you.
Yeah, but
Online?
easily clickable.
Something close to it, but not 100%, is on Slack.
What's the name of it?
Pyguard.
High guard.
Pyguard.
Pyguard is the name of the deck.
Pyguard. Okay.
So I sent it to you, but he changed some things. I know for sure. For
Well,
example,
he just said that he took out the saffrons to put something in.
he also took out like searching
Depends on
high
who
and
you
low
think. I really
because
think you're favored.
I think
he was
I'm favored
greedy
too, but
to
I don't think
start
it's
with
quite as
searching high and
wide
low
as
against
the
me
search.
and got
That's fair. That's fair.
quite punished by that, by not having any entry. So he's
I think
starting
if
with
you
trading
get a
traditions
stick,
now all the
though,
time.
I'm just.
As far as I
If
know.
I get a stick and I can keep it around for even like 2 turns,
Yeah.
is bad.
Okay. This is definitely a strange deck,
That's why I happen to flip these.
but I'll love to see
I
it
can't
in
find my
operation.
It has already been removed.
But like he allows himself to play with many colors because
You can't.
in his deck he has 3 barrels and he has 2 torch songs, which can. So basically it's 5 barrels.
Yeah.
There. Okie dokie.
Going first matters too.
Going first does matter too.
Even
So here he is playing against farming.
Oh, I have a more updated version of the deck now from Big Cheese.
You won craps. Congratulations.
Did win craps. Maybe. We'll see.
Come on, boxcars. No boxcars. Okay, that matters
See,
a lot.
there's
in this
no
matchup,
searching
I
high and
think.
low anymore.
They're not loaded. I just haven't gone
You're correct.
any round in the Harmony tournament yesterday and any round in the court.
Oh, so this list does have the saffron still in.
I'm tired of people pulling out single dice.
Yeah, but Big Cheese said it's something close, so there might be no surprise
That
anymore.
is,
Oh, she sent me that list as well.
Yeah.
that's kind of a card, I guess.
Okay, let's see. Grandpa's has Starlight.
I think you mull for a stick.
The one that banishes things from top of the deck. I think that's also
That's
Chrysalis.
probably a pretty good card for him, actually.
Yeah, he has Starlight, Chrysalis, Storm King, I believe,
I don't actually.
Trixie.
I think this is fine.
You can't.
I think that's also I see Party Heart there. Oh, 3 berry punches.
Against most players, that would be fine.
But Bugle's deck is much more vulnerable to having random pieces of it removed, I'd say.
I mean, your flip average is higher. Possible. Silver lining.
Yeah, imagine getting like 2 singing barrels banished.
Oh.
I mean, I almost like
Well,
when I played
good luck.
against him,
I
I
will
almost like managed to
hope
get
we
rid
have
of
Yeah, I hope
all 3 of his singing barrels. But
Things
I didn't
had to
account
do
for one
2
thing.
days ago
I forgot
to get
about
around
main
farm,
6.
Man.
Yes.
Or was it 3? I don't even remember.
Still not
Aha! Okay, you don't like that card. Okay, because
You don't need it.
this card is going to be even better.
Very functional.
That was the dilemma. The card he was talking about.
Where's my giant thing? There it is. Okay, 2.
We know Grandpa's going first?
Yep.
Let's go like this.
Yep. 2 troublemakers.
2 troublemakers. He played the Chrono Trigger as one of them?
I think so.
Yeah.
I see
Probably
main 6
the right play.
in Beagle's deck. I mean, hand.
What color did Beagle make his train traditions?
I didn't hear, but he usually picks white, so I'd assume it's white.
Yeah, white would be the natural choice, especially with Soprano in his hand.
Put some shells there.
Yeah, you can.
He also has Singing Bell in his hand.
Moving there is super expensive.
Night Glider in there as well.
Put the shells there. I don't know that we're going to like fight that at any point in time, but shells here makes more sense than shells there right now.
True.
Beagle's deck is basically a who's who of expensive cards. Just missing the staff at the moment.
And Changeling Throne, I suppose.
Yeah, that's a good point.
Before you challenge.
Alright, well, apparently he did name white, because that is now a play he made.
Yep.
It was 1 party hard and a Big Mac, and
He also going to use Singing Bell, usually to
His hand is not
return
good.
Soprano back to his hand.
Yeah, looping Soprano with Singing Barrel is just ludicrous.
And I don't think Gunpowder has any way to deal with that.
You're 9.
Well, except Foot Fight, I suppose.
Well, I tried. And say I did not try.
Oh wait, Foot Fight hits only 3 and more power, right? So...
Yes.
So yeah.
Grandpa's definitely won. I'm still not sure which troublemaker he beat. That was a Trixie, so that's 2. That's 2 points.
Nice people at home.
Okay. You're out of 18?
0 action tokens.
That
I see
looks like
another
Chrono
Soprano
Trigger.
in hand.
Sure. Score face?
Yep.
It looks like Grandpa's is playing a relatively straightforward farming game.
Challenge?
I don't think I can afford to. Because, again, your flip average is higher than mine.
That's true, and against the Storm King, that's very rough.
Storm King is 6 power, right?
Blue.
Storm King is 6.
I'm not going to return it to my hand right now.
Yeah.
It's going into blue for Night Glider for the competitive,
Yeah.
okay.
Up to 5.
He also have like AT to play Soprano next turn, so
Oh yeah, this
even
got
if Gunpowder
real
keeps
bad,
high, he
real
can
fast.
still get 2 more power if he wants to.
Alrighty, 2 more. Oh, yeah, you have it right. That should take Grandpa's to 5 points.
You're out of 18?
Yep.
Cool.
Well, we can see it on the giant dice.
Oh, that's
Oh, no, that's AT.
No, yeah, that's AT, yeah.
Okay, this also ring out. And Glider Fright.
Should have his Diligent tracker on that. There you go.
Big Mac.
And there's Big Mac.
Yes.
Ow!
Okay.
Okay.
It's real bad.
Yep.
Now hold on. Score face. Sure. Confront. Okay. Now Big Mac.
To 6, Big Mac triggers, yeah. Oof, this is going well for Grandpa so far.
Well, Beagle has most of his colors on the board, so the only thing he lost is being able to return
5.
Okay.
Soprano back
Took
to
the challenge anyway. Yeah. He's gonna play Soprano, yeah.
You again.
Might as well discard the troublemaker here.
3 right now.
Yeah, probably a good idea. Chrono Trigger, I guess?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, he did that.
2 points! I get to score some points this game. That is good.
Alright, you got him.
And I do still have blue available to me, just not right this second.
Correct.
Oh wait, move to over.
Oh, I can see Cadence. I don't think it's in the list.
I can't rally it, so
You have.
Did you gain an extra 18? We're
I
at
have.
4.
Oh.
Yeah,
okay.
that's. I guess that's
yeah.
what he put against.
I'd imagine that's
instead of
yeah.
Sapphire.
No, well.
Yeah, that makes sense. Cadence is a interesting choice. Probably not going to be particularly useful in this matchup.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to go play to score as many points as possible game.
I know that game very well.
That is probably Bugle's best option, is to just go as well as you can, because he doesn't really have an answer to
AJ.
yeah.
Play a troublemaker.
That will be the Storm King we saw in Grandpa's hand.
Let's frighten.
Well, he has one answer, kinda. It's bait and switch.
You
Can
will
replace problems to get rid of
Oh!
troublemakers.
Ooh, does not appreciate flipping that Kraken case, so.
Yep.
Which is also not in this list. So.
I think it was in the list, like when I played against him.
Big
It
man.
was there.
Yep.
Okay, you could belly flop if you have one. Maybe you do. If you do, that's a
Do you
thing.
care?
Probably not.
We are well aware that Bugle does not have a belly flop at the moment.
I don't think I actually want to do that yet. Okay, score face.
Do I want to belly flop?
Does he?
Probably.
Oh, he does have one. Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
What are you getting rid of? You will need to get rid of a friend. You know, that thing.
Yeah.
Confirm.
Yeah, I'll go up to 7.
Pass.
Okay, another confront for Grandpa's.
Which is
Yeah.
not undoable.
Why did you just gain points?
He gained points.
Oh,
That's mine. This
You're
is his.
tracking them separately.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm keeping this off screen so it doesn't confuse them.
Yeah.
Up to 5.
They're not so stupid,
Draw.
Google.
Yeah.
And I'm actually not sure at like how many points does Grandpa's has. I think it should be 7 according to my.
7 is correct, I think.
0% probable right now.
Oh, I see bodyguards. Bodyguards might
Bugle?
actually.
We want to do that at some point. We can't do it
Go
now.
ahead.
I was going to say that Bugle doesn't really have an answer to that staff right now, which is a problem. I mean,
Yeah.
he does have some AT.
If he had an answer to stuff, he could like play bodyguards after that, and unicorns would help him a lot.
They would. So he scored to 4.
What's rough is I did have a good draw against you. You just didn't have the stick at the time.
Yeah, I don't want stick in my hand. Am I
No,
saying?
Christmas.
Yeah,
It's
that's
a
fair,
terrible
that's fair.
decision.
Yes, that
So
was
if you
that
have
was a
it,
Chris
you're opening
loss.
it, you just play it when you're on the play.
I mean, sure.
Yeah.
Grandpa's with 6
I didn't do
ATs.
it, like, I hit the freaking.
He's going to move Applejack. He's going to probably frighten one of those Sopranos.
He might go for a double face. I mean, single face off at Trading Traditions instead.
That's actually a fair play as well. Yeah.
That will remove like Trading
Still score 2
Traditions,
points
and
this turn.
Beagle won't be able to score points from Night Glider later.
Provided you don't belly flop into nothing. Or, no, even that wouldn't work.
No.
What would you have to do? You got 3 AT?
3 AT. I'd have to double belly flop into nothing, and I don't.
You'd have to do some pretty serious shenanigans.
And I'd lose my white at that. Well, no, I wouldn't.
At 6.
Yeah. Sounds like Grandpa's is considering that play.
You would lose your white. Not that that matters terribly. Your new problems, though, could be more frustrating, but I'd rather just have you sit there at Trading Traditions.
And Grandpa's makes a good point that like he can't take away the white right now. So if we presume the Bugle's other problems, which we have a list of, so I guess I can go look at that, are better for him than Train Traditions, which many of them are, then perhaps he wants to leave Train Traditions up.
So what we're gonna do first is
Yep.
Challenge the Soprano.
Yeah, sure.
Oh, main 6 and Chrono Trigger.
Wait! I need that flip when I flip sword.
So that's 1, 2, 3.
Sure.
Whoop, that's 6. Okay.
Okay.
There we go.
Well, he's going to take it anyway.
1 and
2.
Okay.
Yep, take.
He's at 9.
What'd you get? Sure. Seems fine. Okay, pass.
Well, there are better problems for Bugle right now.
Well, gee, Pearl Heist wasn't much better.
Yeah, but I meant like he has better problems for him right now in his problem deck. So that was quite unlucky.
Yeah, that's for sure. As it stands, that's really just a harder to confront problem with a bonus that Grandpa's can get whenever he wants, basically.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, main 6 aren't particularly useful here in this matchup. Party Hard is still useful because he can just eat a bunch of unicorn tokens that he can create with bodyguards.
Hold the cards out a bit so I can see what we've got, what we're dealing with. Yeah.
Well, I mean, essentially, Grandpa's has troublemakers to work with, so
yeah,
that's all he needs.
Captain Jack. Yeah, if only Bugle had any answers to the stuff right now.
I score more points if I do not think. Then we
I mean, if there was no stuff, he could have just played bodyguards, and then if Grandpa's plays Captain Jack, Bugle gets a bunch of unicorns anyway.
It's true. Yeah.
Friends here losing hand. Would you like
I think I see Sonata in his hand.
Sorry?
I think I see Sonata in his hand.
You could main 6 Party Hard.
Okay.
No one ever expects the Jerkface. I could main 6 party. This is true. But I've already flipped a main 6. What are the odds I have another one?
Grandpa is talking about Jerkface, but
pretty improbable.
does he know that Bugle actually has one in his deck?
I've lost this game.
He does, yes. Well, I don't know what Grandpa's knows, but
the greedy play of fast turn.
I think it's safe to assume that they discussed this deck list at some point.
Yeah. Yeah, he saw the deck list.
Well, I mean,
yeah, I actually saw them discussing it.
Spend 2.
But yeah, I imagine, yep. 2 points there, and he plays the Storm King. Well, he does that first, yeah.
Oh, there's the resource dismissal flipped.
Why do you look at my
Oh, that's unfortunate.
at this point in time?
I want to see what it is.
Okay, that's fair. That is a fair point.
Knowing you have one fewer food fight is relevant.
Yes, that's true. Desert Road.
Okay, Desert Road. Sure.
Pastor.
Okay.
That's annoying, but not like
It's not
possibly. Yeah. 1, 2, 4.
Yeah, I believe stuff is more annoying for Bugle right now.
No, totally.
Oh, there's the jerk face we are talking about.
Well, there it is, yeah.
Okay.
Unfortunately, at the moment, well,
So
Yeah.
it's Bugle that has the big
4 points,
AT
and
stack.
I think I can do that. Okay. You have, well, no, he has a bailout. Let's be realistic here. He has a bailout in his hand.
I don't believe Grandpa's actually does have a bailout.
Okay, so the new goal is score 4 points and play around the bailout. Not impossible. Hard.
Play the
Not
game,
impossible.
Let the commentators do their job.
Okay. It'd be easier if I had a freaking barrel.
Yeah.
I mean, he still can catch up, but I don't think he can stop Grandpa's from defeating that troublemaker.
Yeah, that's the problem. Like, Grandpa's at 9, he has 2 from Chrysalis, he has 2 from Storm King that's in his hand. So, effectively, he's really at 13. And, you know, because as we say, there's no real way that Bugle can stop him from beating those troublemakers.
Yeah, but I really like the stuff really ruins the game for Bugle right now. He doesn't even have white anymore. He has Stormflight and Soprano.
Mm-hmm. I imagine his way of scoring those 4 points he's thinking about is that dilemma. Is that Jest?
I think it's just.
Yeah. So that would be a pretty good play if he could get Jest out, do a confront of some kind. He replaces the problem to get rid of Chrysalis. Yeah, I mean, that is probably the best play that he can do.
Rally.
Sure. Sounds fine.
Okay.
982 remaining?
982. Yeah.
Yeah, he has a lot of AT to work with. Maybe he can do a double face-off?
I think it's possible.
Like playing a dilemma, then...
Oh, you're that. Does that matter? Not really. 2...
He realized he has an Eyeblighter here, there.
With no text. 1.
There are bodyguards.
With no text.
Okay, so that takes him to 4.
Okay, just doing math.
4 power, that is.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Does it?
Does
Sonata has 1 and bodyguard
perhaps
has 2.
Sonata. Oh, Sonata only has 1. Okay. Well, anyway, he's confronting now for sure.
No bailout.
Okay, that's 1 point for him.
1 point to 5.
I'm gonna save that for the meaningful time. I have to bail out my
Meaningful, he says.
All right. Meaningful. 5. Sure. Draw. Okay.
Well,
Challenge.
even if, like, given that he has Desert Road,
Way.
playing
2 takes
bodyguards.
Grandpa's to 11.
Yep.
Oh, sorry.
Playing bodyguards was probably a good play because given Desert Road, even if Grandpa's frightens bodyguards, he cannot frighten them and then get their ability.
That is correct. Yeah.
Oh boy. We have 4 AT remaining. 4 AT.
I'm not going to win. No.
Cat a jack?
I lost a long time ago.
Oh, there's the Captain Jack.
Okay.
Oh, he's gonna play it. Okay.
Yes.
I wonder why he didn't frighten bodyguards first.
Well, he does have to pay an AT for that.
Right, he didn't have enough AT. That's true.
Bodyguard will save some tokens.
Yes, 1 sec.
Which is fine.
So yeah, I guess Beagle is getting at least 4 tokens. Might be 5.
Yeah, probably. But Grandpa's first has to decide which resource he's going to keep. I mean, I think at this point I'd say keep the Desert Road. Yeah.
Yep.
So, your decision?
I think,
My
like,
decision.
if I was Beagle, I would keep probably Sonata to steal Captain Jack later. I
And he
think
gets a
Beagle
pile of
has...
tokens regardless. Yeah.
Yeah, he keeps Sonata.
Which event?
Yeah, I wasn't sure about like dismissal or...
It's worth pointing out that this turn these tokens do not have prepared because Desert Road stayed in play.
Yep.
I do not know where that is. However, the info desk right down over there will know. No, we don't know that.
This is long gone.
No, I'm glad. Pay 1 because it seems like a lot. What will state?
Hey, it's not in the script.
Next card was true. It's not one will state. Okay, so you have even if you just draw.
Okay.
Interesting that he put them all there. I guess he's not going to steal Captain Jack.
It seems likely, yeah. He's expecting a face-off over there if Grandpa's transfers any power over.
1 counter.
Although, as I pointed out, they don't have prepared right now, so.
That's fine.
Well, Sonata has the Centric, so he needs more power there. Now he has enough.
You have 0 action tokens right now?
No AT?
No.
That's true.
Gain 4 action. Well, no, you win the game, so yeah, we'll just take.
Sure.
We'll banish.
Okay.
Yep.
Well, that happened regardless, yeah.
Yep. That
Also, your
brings
tokens
Beagle
have,
to 12.
no
I believe.
prepared.
Yes, they did.
Grandpa's to 12, but yes.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Now they do.
Right.
I was more meaning on that turn.
Yeah.
Gaining the 4
Well,
AT.
Beagle,
Not a big
I
deal.
mean, you could clearly point out, realize that Beagle didn't just score 7 points somehow, so yes.
I mean, given
Well-
how crazy his deck is, he might as well score 7 points.
Yeah. That cracking the case might might come in handy.
Yep.
With Grandpa's at 12, I imagine he's just going to go for the DFO next turn, which will win him the game.
He goes drawing.
Bait and switch might maybe help.
Makes him stupid.
He also has belly flop, and he has plenty of tokens to retire. He also has party card, but he doesn't have any orange, so that's a shame.
Still not work. Still does not work.
He's considering the DFO again with his jest, but he still doesn't have the AT.
Yeah, this game might have been like much more different if Bugle at the start returned Singing Bell back to his hand.
Yeah, quite possibly.
No, it doesn't work.
Oh. Fair enough.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Okay, I don't actually think I care about the replays.
Yeah, he's just playing to DFO, and then he's going to belly flop the Captain Jack, probably.
6, 7, 8, 9 versus...
Also, put that back in your hand. You don't have the pink.
You're right, I don't have it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
He has only white.
We know that he's gonna win for sure.
Okay. No
Sure.
checks. No checks.
Got the pink now, anyway.
Perfect.
Mm-hmm.
Confront. You got it.
It plays a single face off. Sure, that works. Goes to 6.
You're winning.
Oof. Now he flops. Yep.
And I will have to pay the AP for that. Wait. I don't think I'm gonna make it, guys. Pass.
Place your problem.
Yes. Does happen.
So Grandpa's, well, he has 1 point guaranteed.
180 remaining?
180 remaining.
582.
Yes.
Drop.
The Catajack?
Huh? No, I'm not gonna play another Catajack right now.
I mean, it would win you the game.
I mean, sure. I did just flip it.
Yeah. No, that's fair. That's right. I knew you had to because I helped you build the deck.
Let me see your discard pile.
Sure. 2 belly flops.
2 belly flops. That's really what I needed to see.
Okay. Big Mac for the win.
Well, Grandpa's knows the other belly flops can flip, so it's definitely none of that.
Mm-hmm.
No,
yeah,
I don't
you flipped one. You did flip one.
Yeah, that's fair.
So far in
So Ollie,
3 games we saw like this orange pink deck.
Next turn.
Yep.
They're basically just playing orange cards and defeating troublemakers, so just straight up farming.
And if your goal is to try and just prevent me from
essentially.
That's fair.
I think I'm gonna do this by. Okay, what is the best method of doing this? You're gonna be at 6. Okay, so I could.
Yeah.
I could.
I think I see a Trixie in his hand. That's essentially what he's thinking of. Play a Trixie, then all he has to do is beat that next turn and he wins.
And I pay 1, and I do that. And I think that's probably fine. I'll go ahead and pay 1.
Okay. Pay 1.
I think that's fine.
Oh, that's
Draws the staff.
Kind of one of the cards that I was hoping to see.
Fair enough.
Yeah, that helps. I mean, not that you do get diminishing returns to some extent after Applejack gets up to like 20, but yeah.
That's good. I had assumed so, but I didn't want to speak for you.
Stick?
Stick?
There it is.
Who are you sticking?
Might as well be
That
Cadence
is
or
the
Unicorn token.
The answer is I'm going to stick your
Cadence. Yep.
Yep.
Cadence. Okay, that's fine.
Mimic's gone.
Diligent too.
Yes.
Fine. Okay, so I was down to 4 to 1 to be able to play stick.
Let's see, 12, 14, 17. That takes Applejack up to 20 power.
That's going to put you to 618 next turn?
618.
Okay, how many cards do you have in hand?
4.
4 cards in hand. One of them I know, I think. Let me see your discard pile, please.
I think you do. Unless I revealed it. Or you might have gotten it from the info. That's fair.
It's an interest. Yes. So we know that Bugle has that crack, which means that Trixie is not actually going to win Grandpa's the game here.
Mm-hmm. I think he's considering playing, like, spending that last AT on Trixie or not. Like, does Beagle have the time to catch up?
Oh, okay. That's it.
He spends it on the Dream Seas, which will...
I'm honestly not very pleased with this hand, so...
So, given all of those options...
You don't choose either of these, I don't think. I can't play this.
I mean, I might choose main 6 just because it's a large body. But, honestly...
I think the Jest...
Yeah, Just might be a good option, and I mean, cracking the case is not really good here because he can play Trixie now, and next turn he can just double confront for win.
Yeah.
Main 6 is kind
or
of
just
irritating.
go one by one.
I think we're just going to go ahead and take the...
This plays for free. Time and round.
We'll take the main 6. Just planning around doesn't make it any easier for you to DFO.
Takes out the main 6. Okay, well, that's fair.
Confront for...
Oh, it's a 13.
Yes.
Hopefully I
So yeah, he only has now to score 2 points. And I mean, he can play any friend and then transfer the counters and do a double face-off. Well, we won't get to the point of face-off, like, just a double confront.
Yeah.
And he knows Beagle's hand except one card, which is Sonata.
Which is Sonata, which actually does stop the win.
Yep.
Unless Grandpa's frightens it, which I suppose he can.
Yeah, okay. Yep, okay. 1, just.
Sure.
1, 2, 3, 4. Move these.
Absolutely.
1. No attacks.
You got it.
Front for a point.
You got it. Replacing.
Replacing.
You would have to replace Grandpa's problem, right?
You're gonna move your main either way.
But that kind of sets Grandpa's back, like if he has no friends to play for 380. He's going to gain 5 and he has to move Applejack if he replaces Grandpa's problem.
But I think what Bugle kind of intuited is that given the state of the situation right now, Grandpa's is going to move Applejack to the Jest and just take the single face off, probably.
But, I mean, he can just retire Sonata and gain no control of the friend
to stop the face off. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
you think you...
I think I have a shot. Let's put it that way.
It's possible.
I mean, Beagle is getting pretty close on points. It's 13 against 9 now.
It is true, yeah.
Spin 2.
Sure.
That's the straightforward play.
Let's see what
Grandpa's
Grandpa's does here.
Doesn't have any way of stopping stopping Sonata from leaving, I don't think.
This is just horribly mean.
I saw you coming in yesterday, I think. Oh, really?
Spin 1. Play a troublemaker here.
Oh, he puts Trixie there.
Trixie to the dilemma, okay.
Oh, okay. I think I see where this is going, but I don't.
So Sonata was fine. So
Okay.
do that.
Tiger's not okay. Tiger's okay. Well, his grandfather just died.
He's gonna bail it out.
He
No.
was here yesterday when it wore him out. Something fucking thing happened to his eye. And,
Chooses to frighten someone.
Okay.
Well, yeah. I mean, if you're gonna
Might be
fight
bait and
someone in this
switch.
case,
Or
Problem.
I think Sonata is like a good option as well.
Unicorn token. Okay.
Oh, you
no. If you expect that the Beagle is just going to get rid of Sonata anyway, then
yeah, that's true.
Score face.
I'll retire.
Banishing.
And banish Party Heart.
Sounds good.
No, we'll banish the crap.
Confirmed.
So up to 14.
Grandpa's goes to 14.
How many cards are in your hand?
What is the requirement for cracking the
If
case?
I actually do get the chance.
It's 2 white.
Oh, so he
But-
still has enough.
He does have enough, but I think Bugle's correct in saying that it's not going to be
No reason not to do
matter
it.
at this point.
That's fine.
All right, Soprano.
Oh, fair enough.
Everyone forget about Desert Road today.
Yep. I mean, I will too, I guess.
This is fine.
Scoreface.
You got it.
Yep, this is essentially all that Bugle's got.
Did it. Okay. Face off. Okay.
Face off.
You win. Okay. Good game.
Oh, there's first Sonata. Yeah,
Sure.
good game.
Excellent game.
Still like Desert Roads.
Even though like Bugle was pretty
Gotcha a
set back,
couple times.
he got to 10 points,
Except
which
for
is
the fact that I didn't actually
pretty
care
good, I
about
think,
the ability.
given
That
the
is actually
position
pretty
he was in.
I was saying to
Yeah.
do the thing that wasn't happening.
Yes.
Who won?
He did. Yeah. On my turn. Because I gave
Yeah, but
him
really,
away.
like,
Heck.
the fact that he lost
Gave-
singing well so early and he got no
I
touch
started the
songs
face off
and
intentionally.
no other
Let's put
singing
it that way.
girls.
It's called seppuku.
I think that's what mainly like lost him the game.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah.
He couldn't play Party Hard, he couldn't play
Not gonna lie.
There is
Friends
still
Always. Well, he
absolutely
flipped all Friends
zero
Always there,
evidence
but
over the course of any of
if
these
he had
games
it in
that
hand,
the
he couldn't play it
Huh?
anyway.
There's zero evidence that the pink does.
Yeah.
He also has Changeling
I have-
Seasons
I
in
have
his
no evidence that
deck,
this
so
is a better
he
decision
didn't
than
get any of those either.
The only possible evidence I can have is that this is a better choice of a puzzle is that I'm running Catajack. Catajack has been important a couple times, and Richard is not running Catajack, and his flips are also lower as a result of his inclusions. So even if I haven't seen the specific cards that made it different, I've seen his cards that made it different.
Yeah.
So Grandpa's just saying there that
Isn't this
apparently,
fun, guys?
in
Don't you
his
love it when
experience
you play against AJ?
so far, the pink hasn't helped either.
So
Mm-hmm.
I hope the commentators have brought this up so far, but you and I haven't mentioned this on stream yet, right? How the meta has changed drastically from what we originally saw, right?
Right, sure. Because we were seeing decks like Moonlight Sonata running
Right.
out there, and like
Burb was pretty early on, but we saw the pink yellow deck.
even Water Wings was like
Uh-huh.
there's
and
so the way we basically see it is there are, you know what? Let's save this. This is the commentator's chance. We'll talk.
That's fair. We have things to talk about next week. Let's just give you some.
We'll
not spoil cliffhanger. That's the one. We'll leave you with that cliffhanger.
We have things to say.
I see.
So I'm just glad that we get to talk about this deck on stream next week, because this deck is going to be fun to talk about.
Yeah, I guess this deck is definitely fun to talk
Yeah.
about.
Yeah, it's.
No. I am because of the decisions that went into.
I'm tempted to say the most colors that have been run together in a serious deck.
Not this game, this deck. So, I was like, man, you're really good at this game for a newcomer.
Well, to be fair, like we haven't much seen, like much of core decks. Like we saw the AJ farm 3 times in a row, and the other decks were Bugle's deck, Sonata's deck, and
I just lost to GP in a matchup that
both decks were farming in our rounds.
Yep.
My guess,
Yeah.
maybe 35-70.
Yes.
Or 35-75.
I do not have 0% chance.
Oh, and we saw
The tricks
Trixie,
that
of
are
course.
available
Yeah.
to me, and
How could
Yes, that's correct. We saw Trixie. I thought there was one missing.
if he does understand.
Wait, I don't know what I'm gonna do right now.
Yeah.
Well, you could, yeah. You could borrow Brain Dead, but you'd have to find someone to play it again.
I know, so there's no point.
I mean, it's. I guess I can say it's not entirely surprising that farming rose again. That the farming rose up again. It is such a resilient archetype, and well.
Yeah, but like before Coco, many people were like considering farming kind of weak because it lost quite a bit of epics and quite a like nightmare moon or
What time approximately are we going
what
to
else
leave for
do farming decks run?
There was King Sombra was a classic farming villain. Lord Tirek as well was generally run.
Yeah.
I think that was essentially it. But even so, that's 6 villains out of your usual villain deck.
Yeah, and right now like farming decks bring Chrysalis, which is like if we were in Harmony, I'd bet Chrysalis is not the best choice of Epic.
Oh no, no, she's usually has a hard time actually farming Dexwood. You know, if it's just Applejack there, then well.
Mm-hmm. I mean, it works with Starlight, like when you combo them, but other than that.
Hey, and do I have
Okay, I wonder what's coming up next.
Yeah, this is going to be our last round of the day, and it's worth pointing out at this point that I do have a scheduling conflict this evening, which is going to require me to get out of here at the top of the hour.
In 20 minutes?
So, in approximately 20 minutes, yes.
I see.
So I'll stick around up to then, and I'll let you know when I'm going. And after that, it's just going to be Hithrock with you stream for the rest of the night. So.
Yeah, geez. You confirming there are no other 4-0s.
But I certainly hope to see as much of this next round as I can.
Yeah, hopefully it will start soon. Oops, sorry.
And of course, I will be back tomorrow morning for the top 8, when we'll see the really influential, the really important decks that matter. It's entirely possible that Grandpa's, for example, goes 5-0 in the Swiss round, and then just crashes out of top 8. And then we won't be saying his deck is particularly great.
Ian Sokol.
Oh no.
Oh, wait, leave.
I haven't been on stream for sure.
If he wants to go, I'm fine going on stream.
Sure.
I'll take myself off.
Oh yeah, and Jay, are you there? Okay, yeah, you have the buy.
Hi.
Okay.
Oh, I was seeing Vigil again.
See you.
Perhaps get to see a little bit more of the deck in a separate context.
Mm-hmm. I suppose all other players are shy, so we got Grandpa's twice, we got Bugle twice.
Mm-hmm. But with the exception of what is it? With the exception of Kevin versus Sonnet, all of our games have featured a Commentaries Magic member.
Yeah, that's true.
This stream exists solely for self-promotion, confirmed.
Don't forget to subscribe to Patreon if you like what Commentaries Magic do. I mean, I believe Commentaries Magic put this whole thing up.
Yes, yeah. This entire the whole event actually has been put on from them. In any event, we have a new player on the left this time.
Yeah, and it's Skudlu.
Skudlu, okay.
We finally see an aggro deck. Like we were hoping for.
Scoots.
I hear you ran this deck in Harmony and
took third.
Yeah. Worked?
Okay, so this is the deck that got 3rd place in the Harmony tournament.
Of the one that you submitted, yes. Oh, this is going to be interesting.
Alright,
this is going to be interesting.
I mean, we haven't seen it in the last game, but Beagle has quite some ways to play as an aggro, because he has Sorin, he can retire friends.
That's true, yeah.
He has changed his deck likes to swarm with friends and benefit from that with Sorin,
There's a reason
changing
why I'm
citizens.
not running Searching High and Low.
Now, begin.
Alright, there is my deck.
And you do in fact have to decide that before we roll for first? Okay.
Yeah.
Your record is actually 3-1 right now.
Why is it?
Searching high and low, alright. So he's going to have to hope. Well, no. Bugle's playing Trade Tradition, so there's no particular issue with him losing his problem soon.
Ow.
Okay.
I'm still technically in top 8, so it doesn't matter.
Did I present this yet?
No.
Okay. Present that.
Ooh, Trading Traditions.
Yes.
It's actually the first Trading Tradition I've seen all day.
Really?
Or at least it's the
Yeah.
starting problem. It's come up in other games.
In actuality, this is probably a pretty good problem setup for Scootaloo. She's got two that are pretty easy to confront.
I will go first. Score slider. Well, the
Can
real
we see
question
the
is,
first
will I
name?
keep my hand?
I believe his name is Rayless. You might have seen him around Slack.
Will you keep yours?
Raelice.
Rough.
Yeah, I think I saw him around.
Yeah, not entirely sure how to pronounce that name, but yeah.
Ready actions are at 2.
Okay.
I will pay 2.
Sure.
To play Rainbow Dash, since I have a blue character.
Fair enough. You got it.
Ah, there you go. That's the opener Scootaloo wants to see.
Exactly.
Game 2. I don't think I can afford to do that. Oh, it's not bad. It's not a card I can play turn 1, however.
Probably Eagle got bodyguards.
Cadence. Oh,
Cadence first. Okay.
Oh, that's cool. Haven't seen her before.
She's pretty neat.
Alright, ready actions are still at 2.
Yes.
I will draw. I will pay 2.
Ooh, Fluttershy.
To play Rainbow Dash Pony Pirate to my home.
Oh.
Ah, that works.
Score face.
Yes.
I will convert for 1.
Yep.
At the end of my
Well,
turn,
Cadence
I will
is going to
exhaust
be frightened.
move it Here
Okay.
and frighten Cadence.
Unfortunate.
Go ahead.
You have Rayless at 2 points now?
Ready actions
Yep.
now at 3.
Okay, excellent.
No, that's wrong. I'm at 0. You're at 2. I'll do that later. Game 3.
So Scootaloo got a pretty awesome start so far.
Yeah. It got flipped on the first turn and then follow up with Pirate Dash, which is quite a great start.
We can deal with that, just not right this second.
I see Sonata in his hand though. He can do some
yeah.
bodyguard shenanigans if he wants to.
Oh, yes, that's actually correct. Yeah. He has the AT to get bodyguards out.
He also has Berry Punch and Orange Swirl, so even more shenanigans with bodyguards. And I believe he has just enough to do that, like play Berry Punch and then bodyguards. Well, he decides to flip instead.
That's fair. He will... He's putting them there, okay.
A 1 for Sonata.
Oh, there's
Sonata.
Sonata.
Banish a card from your hand, retire this card.
No, now I'm at 1. That should not have been there, but now it is. Okay. I'll confront.
It's enough for him to confront.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, ready actions are at 3. I will draw.
Okay, I see he's playing blue, yellow.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
I will pay 2.
Sure.
So which means we got some yellow here as well.
Yep.
It's kind of everything I wanted from this last game.
And I will go to my score face.
Sure.
And confront for 1.
Yes.
Go up to 3. And then at the end of my turn, I will move Rainbow Dash over here and get rid of a seashell.
That's fine.
Go ahead.
Rainbow Dash.
Yeah.
Isn't she a card?
Draw a card. I'm surprised.
Okay.
Get a face off.
PFF.
Definitely not going to be one on my turn. Right, yeah. 1 action token?
1 action token.
So in a situation like this, do you think Bugle's deck plays like an aggro deck or plays like a control deck?
Play. Okay.
I think it depends how the game will go. Like, even though the Scoot deck is aggro, it's kinda controlling right now. So Bugle is going to... Yeah, he's doing the bodyguard trick.
Doesn't matter. Not confronting either way. I will retire this.
Okay.
Get a unicorn. Well, no, I have to process what I'm looking at first. We'll look at mine first. It's hard to tell. I think we'll leave that on top.
Couldn't quite see what he got there.
No, I didn't see either. But apparently you liked it.
Okay. Ready actions are still at 3.
Yeah.
Draw 1.
So Rayleigh is now 4 AT?
That is correct, yeah. aside from that Fluttershy, actually has 2 Fluttershies in hand.
Alright, I will go ahead and pay...
Yeah, Fluttershy to Fluttershy by looks of it.
Zero.
Probably putting...
Kind Pony? Sure. 2. For Fluttershy Kind Pony, returning
Yep.
Bodyguard.
Okay. I will put a unicorn in the play here.
Okay. And then I
So Beagle's
will
getting
put my
280.
Sure.
And he has enough white to play bodyguards again.
I'll confront the 1.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have multiple round face up.
And I'll gain 2 action tokens.
Yes, we will. 4.
5. You win. Oh, well, actually, I don't know.
2, 4, 7.
You do win. You win by 3.
Then
Yeah.
I will score 1 more point. We're now at 4 action tokens per turn.
Yep. He has now 6 points.
Still only at 1 point.
Problems replace at the end of my turn.
Of course it is.
Scootaloo
Sure.
and Rainbow Dash.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Okay. Gain 4. Up to 6. That's a lot.
There's a lot.
Oh, he got Singing Barrel there? He can play Sorin now?
Yep. He can play Sorin. With those Frightened Friends, it might be pretty useful for him.
Yeah, like playing bodyguards and then Sorin. He has enough white.
How much AT? He's got 2, 4, 6.
Yeah, he got 6 AT, so more than enough to do stuff.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. He's got plenty of tokens for Sorin as well, so... Does he just DFO? For sure?
Does he have enough?
We're definitely going to play you. You rally.
Like, Sorin has, like, 9 power, presuming that he retires a bunch of stuff into it.
And he will also put a lot of unicorns in the process if he plays bodyguards.
Well, we should.
Mm-hmm.
Front. 1, 2. Yeah, okay. We're going to do it that way. Okay. Pay 2. Bodyguard.
Okay, they're bodyguards.
Yeah, bodyguard's fine. I don't think we're going to confront. That's unfortunate. If we're not going to confront,
Looks like he's not going for confront there.
Mm-hmm.
No.
He might just retire Frightened Friend to look at the problem.
We'll retire.
Yep. If he's getting rid of it for home limit anyway, then he should do something useful with it.
On the off chance we do want cadence, we'll retire Sonata.
Okay.
Unicorn.
Okay.
You should look at a problem.
Well,
Unless
he knows his problem. Oh
Yeah.
no, he doesn't. It's the next one, I believe.
Yeah. So he should
Probably what I should have done.
process that.
That's fine. Oh. You have 0 action tokens right now?
I have 0 action tokens right now.
Okay.
Imagine playing Petty hard right now. Like, he could retire all the tokens and...
Mm-hmm. Yep. Well, okay. That replacement is okay.
Guilty until proven innocent. It's card
Fair
Oof.
Remove my main.
No?
Fair. 1 action token left. We'll enter score phase. Fail.
Okay.
I'm sure if Rayleigh can
for another unicorn.
put up a D4 here for 480.
Where the actions are at.
4AT, he's got... What is Guilty? 2 and 6?
Yeah, I think it's... It might be 2 and 4.
I need 8.
I mean, 2 is 6, it's 8 power total, sounds a bit too much.
I don't know. It is 2 bonus.
No, I mean, it's 2 bonus, but what's the confront requirement? I don't quite remember.
I think it is 2 and 6.
And Bugle got 6 on... Oh, I mean, 8 on the other side, so...
Yes, I believe that's correct.
So yeah, Rayleigh has to do like some really hard shenanigans here if he wants to D4 for 480. I see friends are always there in his hand, I think.
Oh? It's kind of tough to tell. You're talking about Rayleigh's hand, I assume, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You have 1 action token?
1.
Okay. I will pay 1 to play Dangerous Mission Outfit on Rainbow Dash.
Sure. That's fine.
I will pay 2
For Rainbow Dash to move Rainbow Dash.
to play Princess Celestia Day Shift.
No, Day Shift.
And then I'll pay 1 to play
You're
a
hoping
True
to see
True
Day
Friend
Shifts?
and move one of my characters.
Yeah. I wouldn't be surprised. Oh, that works.
My score phase.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Okay, you got it. Run for 1. Okay, up to 7. Done?
And then at the end of my turn, Fluttershy.
Sure.
Go ahead.
Gain 4. Ready. Draw.
Beagle can probably
We're going to
make
draw
a
the
D4
thing we
here.
wanted to draw this turn.
I mean, he has Soul Ring.
Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yes. 9 is rough, but not impossible. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We're currently confronting here. We want to keep it that way, so which means not exhausting you. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Am I honestly at 1 still? I am honestly at 1 still.
Well, I believe
This
the
is
card we
very
can see is
important to do
Bodyguard.
this right now.
Yeah, that's correct, I think.
Swing barrel into blue. Do I have any ponies?
Okay,
I do not.
so he's definitely, yeah, he's playing for Soren
Yeah.
now.
And he returns back to hand this time.
Okay, 1,
Learned his lesson on that.
2, 4, Nightblade.
Ooh.
Ah, power play.
Happened.
I think he's probably gonna.
Okay.
I mean,
I will
he has lots of things to
flip
retire
1
with
key.
Soul Ring.
Cool. We will move to
Mhm.
phase.
Okay.
I will confront here.
Yeah.
Not that one. Up to 2. Okay. Then what do we retire?
If he wins the face-off and by 5 power, he's going to catch
1,
up.
2, 3.
Oh, for sure. Yes.
5. So that would put me up to 9. Okay. We'll retire these 3 to Soren and go up to the 9 over there.
Okay.
Keep walking into this room.
He is currently 7 power.
Okay.
Confront here.
Okay.
Face off.
Alrighty, now the face-off.
I'll flip it 2.
Bodyguards?
1,
Okay, we both
4,
flip 2.
5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. I'm at 20.
I'm at 11.
Okay, I'll score 4.
That is a Night Glider. Alright, that works.
Yep, they're tight now on
You
points.
go on bottom, unfortunately.
Everyone goes home.
Yeah, it's quite unfortunate for Bugle to
process
flip
this
Bodyguards.
before you reveal your problem.
Okay.
Yes, we're fine with this. Okay, now I'll keep it on top. Now we replace.
Oh, right, bridge to whatever that problem is.
2 Griffinstone.
Sure.
All right. Since
Oh,
the problem
another
is
2
entered play,
Griffinstone.
I can move
Ooh.
to each problem.
Griffinstone and
I will move
Day Shift as well.
Here and Fluttershy here. Sure. And since this problem is entered play, I'll move Rainbow Dash up here.
Sure.
And then it's still your turn.
Still my turn. Yes. We will retire.
Well, Skidloop probably DFOs next turn.
Mm-hmm. Seems like it.
Which will put a unicorn.
Unless Bugle has some
Okay.
tricks up his sleeve.
Ready action.
Not sure.
He does have a T.
He does have one AT, but I see no belly flops.
Yeah, I don't think so.
Of course, now I get that part of it. I can't double confront. That's unfortunate.
Oh, can he actually not?
If you can.
Alright, I will. Yes.
Okay.
I only need 6 on both.
Yeah.
I have to imagine this is going to turn into a race now.
And it's worth it to double confront.
Yeah.
So I'll pay 2.
Unless Bugle draws into main 6 party hard, in which case he can
Yes, that works.
do very well if he plays that.
To play Friends Are Always There.
Okay.
To put in 3 tokens.
Sure. Yep. Yeah, that'll do.
Okay.
1 over here.
Mm-hmm.
And 2 over here.
Yes.
And then I will pay 2.
Mm-hmm.
To play Cloud Chaser and Flitter.
Hey, I know them.
Oh.
And then I will go to my score face.
Sure.
I'll attempt to
How very flavorful.
Alright. And then we have a multi-problem face
I'll
off.
gain an action token.
Yes, you will. 5.
I'll flip a 5 as well.
Okay, I win. It's up to 10.
Yes.
Nice to 10.
Cloud Chase and Flitter might help him a lot here. Like, he's going to move so much friends each turn.
That one's 9.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And my problem is 2 Griffinstone again.
Oh, and he gets
Alright,
2
now here's
Griffinstone too.
Oh, geez, yeah. So he definitely has to move an advantage. Bugle has Night Glider.
Yeah, I mean,
Which-
if he has Night Glider and there's also 2 bonus
Every single
problem now.
problem's moving. Or, no.
Not everyone.
Not every. Yeah, no, all of them, because you haven't processed this.
And then Celestial will move up.
And now.
And then both Fluttershies will move up.
Yeah, see,
So I
every
have-
single friend moves.
I have 3 tokens at home. Actually, they'll go
Oh,
like this.
right, your
There we
tokens.
go.
I forgot about your tokens.
Go ahead. Actually,
I can solve that.
Gee, that is the power of Scoodler right there, isn't it? My goodness.
Happen to have 3 critters on me.
3 critters.
Well,
And
to
you're
be
done.
fair, it's the power of
I'm
two
just gonna
Griffinstone, Day Shift,
put these
Scoodle,
up
and
for
Coral
obvious
Chasing
where
Shooter.
Yeah,
He
that's
just
a good
so
point.
many, yeah.
Can I
He has
DFO
so many
this turn?
moves.
It's gonna be hard. It's not impossible, but it is hard.
Can Beagle make a double face off here?
It might actually be impossible. No.
How much AT does he have?
You'll have 5.
I
6,
think
7,
he
8,
has
9.
518,
want
he
to
was at 1
win as
last
bigly
before.
as possible.
Yeah, if he... It's possible. I imagine he has to sack a lot to Thorin to make it work. But at least he gets the tokens for that.
We move this there, so let's pretend that's there. It's not there. I haven't paid for it.
Yes, you have not paid for it.
Then it would be move this one there.
Okay.
Yeah, but
then
if he
probably
does this double face off and wins it, he'll score 6 points. And will be bring him to 13.
5, 6, up.
Well, if he wins it by more than 5.
Yeah, if he wins it by more than 5. But I imagine he can like sacrifice unicorns back to like it's worth it with Soaring.
Yeah, probably.
Like that's basically
Great.
you give up 1 power and gain 2.
Griffinstone is 6?
Yeah, I think it's 6, so it's 6 on both sides.
Yeah, and it's actually good that Soren is an immediate trigger, so he can put the unicorns to Griffinstone, confront it, and then retire them to Soren.
So
Mm-hmm.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. So also the hope is to try and win that by 5.
Yes.
That's the harder part. Okay. 6. 2 to move. 2 to move both of these. 2 to play this for bodyguard.
Well, he has only 2 friends to retire. I guess he doesn't really want to retire bodyguards yet. He might have to retire them at some point.
I imagine he will probably retire them, but he'll retire them last.
Mm-hmm.
That's my best play.
Okay.
2 move.
Okay, you have moved.
2 move.
Alright.
Okay, he has 2 EC left.
2 PFF.
Yeah.
And
PFF is just going to...
thing I can find is a bodyguard. I'm not 100%
Yeah.
sure. I'm pretty sure bodyguard is the call.
Okay.
Okay, he looks for bodyguards.
Find bodyguard.
Alright.
Which just goes to my hand.
Okay.
So now let's see. Retire all 3 of those to Soren. Unicorns go to Griffinstone.
Here.
Okay.
And he is currently 7 power.
Right.
I'll move.
So Saurin 7, and he has, I believe, 8 at the other power.
Yes.
11. Well, no.
That's me.
And he can sacrifice 2 unicorns to get 2 more power.
Well, sort of. Face off.
Yes.
Beagle flip.
5.
Okay, I flip. So 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19.
11, 12, 13, 14. I think you win by exactly...
He is
Yeah.
exactly 5. Yeah.
Well, he still could bump up more power, so...
But
Up to 13.
goes to 13 points.
Points.
Yep.
This goes on bottom. Oh, this has been tricky. I'm not gonna lie.
Alright.
I am so regretful of the fact that I have to go.
My home out a little bit.
Yeah, but the game is almost
Sure.
over, so
All of
I
my guys
don't
that
think
are
you're
coming
missing
home.
many things.
Place this.
I
Oh,
think-
but this... It's true, but this game is so good. I really want to know how it ends.
Alright, the moving shenanigans happen
Well,
again.
I will message you, or you can watch it in
Alright,
recording later.
Celestial will move.
I suppose I'm going to have to.
Yeah.
Anyway, thank you very much for the stream for having me.
Yeah.
And I'll see you all Sunday.
See you tomorrow.
Alright.
And
Now it is
now I am done.
5.
This has been a fun game. At least it's been fun for me.
Okay, let's see if
I hope
Gravis
it's been
can
fun
win
for
here.
you.
There is exactly one way I can win.
He says
I
there's
need
exactly
5
one way
points
he
and
can
this
win.
is 4.
I'm not sure which is... We hit this.
I want to draw for Night Glider.
I don't have Night Glider. That's one of the 2 cards.
Oh,
Pay 1.
If he
draw?
has Ball Championship, he
not
probably
one of
can
them.
win
Okay.
it.
Alright,
He has
I
bonus
think-
too.
Oh
And
wait, no, I could still draw it.
Okay.
Different card.
if he makes a double face-off
I
with
drew
a
it.
Ball
Okay,
Championship,
Okay,
If you
I
got
think
this.
he might win.
you have no AT.
0 action token.
Can't interfere with this, I don't think. Okay, 2 for Buck.
Yeah.
Oh no, I am 1 AT too short.
Oh, okay.
Okay, I don't think I can do this. Yep, I'm
Okay,
1 short.
so
Okay,
you
seems like
confront
he can
here
do it.
and you're done? Well,
Because Celestia moves someone up.
sure. Okay, fair. Yeah, so let's you move someone up.
Yep, I'm 1 short of winning. Oh well.
Okay, because of true friend. Yeah.
Well,
But
no,
Cursed
actually.
lived here.
So you won, but
because,
I'll show you
like,
what I was gonna do.
Well, no, keep playing. I haven't won yet.
Alright.
I need to confront 2 problems.
Well, I just gave you an easy one.
Yeah, you did just give me an easy one, but
Alright, I will confront for 1.
okay. Up to 11. Okay.
Yeah, it's quite unfortunate for Alice to miscount and play Ball Championship.
1 short.
Draw a card.
Now it's way easier for Beagle to confront, but I think he would have confronted anyway.
Okay, I have 2 unicorns. So I have 2 white. What? Keep forgetting.
He
to
has
remove
Sorin,
that.
and he can play bodyguards. So there's plenty of way for Beagle to win.
I think we need to put you here and you here, and then we retire each to put unicorns there. I think that's what has to happen. You have 0 action tokens.
I have 0.
No calming, no eccentric.
Calming.
Calming here, but not going for that one. That's fine. These ones are the easier ones. So yeah.
Though actually, I guess if I'd been smart, I would have moved her over and just not confronted.
You can't move her because you have to move from home.
No, when with her.
Oh, when you move.
When I moved up Fluttershy, I could have moved her over.
And then you would have confronted here instead. Yes, fair enough. Cause
And that might have actually.
then I.
Could you have?
That would have made
confronted?
things harder.
You think you could still do it? I mean, I think you're gonna win either way, but
okay.
after you win, we'll do a thought.
Yeah,
experiment.
sure, okay. Well, yeah, because right now it's easy because we do 2 here.
Okay, you have a bodyguard.
Yeah, it is actually because I drew this. It actually makes it easy because I would just take her, then I don't have to worry about eccentric.
Call me.
2 to move.
Okay, now I'm sure he has enough AT for
might
bodyguards.
just be correct to play this anyway because it's a body. Play this.
And then just take one of them.
We'll take Celestia. Well, Celestia's here.
Alright.
To be fair. We'll retire both of these to Sorin.
Yep.
Puts him at 5 and gives me 2 unicorns.
And then you can confront.
And then confront.
Yep.
I don't think I can get over there. 1, 2, 3. No, that would only be 5. Okay. Can't be that greedy.
So
Wouldn't
that's
matter
the game.
anyway. But yeah, confront. Good game.
It was
so
really
if I had
close.
one more action token, this is the hilarious that this deck is supposed to do.
Yeah.
So Shoeshine.
Shoeshine, of course.
Play her there. Eat 3 friends. Get bigger. Eat everyone else. Move there. Confront all 3. Win the face-off.
But you didn't
score.
have.
I just needed 1 AT.
Yeah.
Just 1.
Okay.
I see what.
Then I would have gotten
AT
1,
for.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I actually would have been over by 2.
No. You would have been over by 1 because you would have hit 15. You would have hit 15 or more and then stopped. So you wouldn't have actually gotten that point. But I mean, semantics.
Semantics.
No, because you were 4 down, right?
4.
Yeah.
So I could have.
But you were at 10. Because you.
All right.
Yeah,
So,
you would have
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I would have been 1 over.
Yeah.
Because I would have scored another point when that is solved.
But you would have made it. That's the
I would have
important
made it. I would have made it.
Very close game.
Yes.
I'm glad I got to play aggro versus aggro again.
Yeah, I'm also glad we got to
So
see
this deck
aggro
is
versus
called
aggro.
High Guard
Because so far we've seen only
and
like,
guard.
controlish deck and farm.
Gotta protect those pies.
Very appropriate.
And now we got to
early
see
start
some
was
aggro.
really strong too. I just happened to get my namesakes.
I'm sad that I
know,
never
like,
flipped
you
any
love
of the
Shoeshine.
save the days.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That would have helped out a lot.
I only actually used this once, but but I used this too. Yeah, and I was intentionally putting 1 bonus problems on top for you to make it because the deck is loaded with 2 bonuses but I'd rather you have the 1 bonuses. Well, anyway, very good game.
Yes,
That was,
very good game. Very good game.
I have not played against you before, right?
No.
Yeah, well, it was a pleasure to play against you.
This is the first CCG event I've come to. Well.
Yeah, but I mean, you did Coco, didn't you?
No.
Oh, you did?
I did not.
You have to do some cocoa, man. Built for you.
Alright, I think that should be it for the core events for today.
But you're going to go to Gen Con because it's local, right?
There's going to be a break after this, and after that there's going to be
it's Drada who's local.
a Villain Chain
I'm sorry.
challenge.
Where are you guys at?
I'm with Richard.
Oh, okay.
No, she just goes always.
No,
Yeah, but they're like a state over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's like a 3-hour drive.
Yeah. I mean, she's local with.
It's local in the same way that Babs is local to me.
Sure.
I mean, we've seen quite
Local
a lot of
enough
cards
that
in
driving is realistic.
Yeah, I would say yes,
Scoto's deck.
California is the same state, but California is also the size of 3 states.
I mean,
I guess we can do this.
Yes.
Well,
I haven't seen most of it, but I'd guess he has some yellow dilemmas and.
on stream because against GP it didn't work.
Kind of did. I just got stick.
Yeah.
I did AJ things. The whole point of the deck is to stop me from doing
That's true. GP won because he had stick.
Deck.